think we're gonna call this one. I don't know. We have to vote on a name, but so far I think it's Sith Triumvirate, which is kind of hard to say. So we'll figure it out. What's up, boys? Happy New Year's.
Hey, happy 2025.
Yeah, happy 2025 to everyone. I'm so psyched for this year, and I don't know why.
Yeah, me neither. I just think it's going to be a really good one. I don't know. I feel like 2024 was just a. I feel like.
Whoops.
What's going on?
I got the stream open on another monitor so I can keep an eye on the chat and everything. So
okay,
it wasn't muted.
Okay, got you. Yeah, no, I do that too, but on the back end. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be a great year. So I hope everyone has an awesome year and tons of success and health and everything you want. So, all right, there we go. Someone already asked, "Can I change their diaper?" No, it's the wrong year. The wrong year for that, man.
I'll do it.
What about?
Wait, what? No.
What about the name like Star Boys? Like I kind of like that. It's easy. It's quick. No,
that's because you're what? You're 28.
Right, don't be too hard.
It'll be Star middle-aged man for me.
Yeah, literally. Star Boys.
Listen,
this sounds like a band from the 2000s.
I'm
a Star Boy.
Chat, back me up, chat. Save me.
No, they're not going to save you.
No, they're not going to save me.
This is my world now. Yeah, so not much in Star Wars news. It's kind of dead in the sense of there's literally nothing. But 2025 marks a new year. Hopefully we'll get something worthy this year. Unfortunately, it started off with the only bit of news we have, which is from The Acolyte. Apparently, they wanted to turn it into a 3-season show and a movie after that. And this is from the words of Jacinto.
Okay.
Yeah, what?
High hopes, dude. High hopes.
They just hate money. Did you say that theory? I feel like you coined that. They hate money.
I don't know. Someone did. Yeah, but at this point, yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
So they wanted 2 more seasons of television and a movie, and the final runtime of all of it would have been like 3 hours.
Yeah, probably.
How short the episodes were.
Probably, yeah.
They'd release like a 60-minute movie, and then they'd be like, "You guys didn't like it?"
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Well. I'm just amazed we're still on Acolyte news. Like that is just.
It's just because we got nothing else. I mean, I watched the latest episode of Skeleton Crew, and this is like the first show this is the first episode of any Star Wars show that I haven't done a breakdown on, to my knowledge, because there was nothing to break down in this one. To be honest, it was just like
I went through that with Andor, watching like the first 2 episodes of Andor and sitting down and being like, like you guys should watch it. Maybe like there's nothing really to break down. There's no real details to pick out. So
not in this one. No, it was just
well. Let's just hold up for a second. I think I might have something juicy for you to chew on. And no, it's not about Neil's lineage and the fact that, people are saying perhaps he has a tie with Captain Renaud with all the statues and stuff. No, I love KOTOR. I'm sure you guys, I know you guys love KOTOR. I love the augmentation system, but I felt like it was weird. Like you'd see like a little chip people would shove into their bodies to have like a strength augment. And you're like, where are they shoving this thing? Yeah. And so to watch KB, it's KB, yeah. I actually know all their names. That's how I know I like the show.
Yeah.
Have a negative effect from her augments was wild. But I don't know if you know this. The other character that we've seen that's very prominent in the main original trilogy that has augments is obviously Lobot. Now, Lobot was a mute because his augments had messed up, they said, when they created him. His name was just Calrissian's aide, but the reason they called him Lobot is because they said, well, if he's a mute and he's all messed up, let's just shorten the word lobotomy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That's cool.
That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. It's like they did take a lot of like inspiration from there by putting the whatever is in her. So obviously, she had some sort of an accident, and she's now just kind of cyborged out. to survive.
Like
Yeah, I
default
do like.
settings? Is that
Yeah,
what's going on? I'm
No,
like
like
3 episodes behind, or
oh
I'm 2
shit,
behind. Yeah.
really? Oh, I didn't know. Yeah. No,
No,
she's like
I don't care about spoilers or anything. I'm just trying to catch up.
no. This is the one with the two moms. So like I was like, okay, is she maybe like a cyborg or like what's the deal? But no, she had an accident. She said, and then she has a whole bunch of like servos in her brain in her body. So they were on a cold planet, and so she was like freezing up, and then so the kid Wim had to make like a whole new conductor or something like that, like a fuse box to he
Okay.
melted a shit ton of wires, and then he like it was a little MacGyver, but it worked.
Yeah, it was. There was stakes though. Like you, a part of me, even though I knew she'd be fine, was like, is he going to do this in time? And I knew that was good. And like I said, the actually having them have a little bit of depth for the kids. Like she's got augments. She's not just a badass that tells everybody what's up. You know, she's obviously got a little couple of personality defects herself. She can't communicate well, but further to that is obviously that they come at a cost, which I like chew into that. I love when they do all of that stuff.
Yeah. No, it was
Yeah.
good. It was
Like
No,
being brainiated from Legends.
Sorry, go ahead.
The doctor that was removing people's like minds and legends and turning them into essentially flesh slaves. It reminds me of that. That's the guy that Luke bumps into in the cantina. He's like, it's his. He's like an undercover black market scientist that takes people's minds out and creates like these terrible flesh slaves. He calls them. There's so many awful details in Star Wars. If you really look into it, it makes it feel so real.
Gritty. I love it. Yeah. You know, I think that the thing for me, obviously, just being selfish, is the fact as soon as what is it? As Jod is his real name. That's what they're putting him is his normal name. Jude Law's had like 17 names. As soon as his name went to Dash Zenton, I was like, oh,
you're
my
like,
boy.
Yeah.
I'm watching. I'm locked in. Yeah, when you made a Dash Render video the other day, I'm like, I'm watching this start to finish. Let's go.
Did you see my latest one? About how, basically, to sum it up, Cliff Notes, essentially, like, nobody watches lore. They just watch stuff to do with kind of talking about how shitty Star Wars has gotten and, like, how ridiculous it's gotten and
it's
what we need to do to change. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And to speak to that, I actually watched that and thought, I'm going to do a test. So the first video that I actually put out on the Dash Star channel was just me talking about basically coming back in, creating new content, whatever. But I used your thumbnail as like an absolute like outline of will this help the video? Oddly, it made it, I think it's 7,000 views and it's only a 2,000 subscriber channel. So the fact that it's getting picked up is just because I'm doing something that Theory said, he's right on the money. It's sad. Like I can't, Stupendous said it to me the other week. Stoop said, I would be jiggered if I had to try and make like just a straight lore channel, just like the old OG days. I don't think you could do it. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I think whatever, if it's the algorithm, if it's the audience, I don't know, but you guys are on the money. It's just so heavily, it's almost pushed down. You know what I mean? Like,
is this
no one
Star 2.0?
No one is watching a lot of the lore stuff, but dang, I'm still gonna try, man. Like I that's what I love is just the pure lore, and I want to bring all the EU stuff that all these new fans are gonna miss, because Disney doesn't even know. They don't even know the information whatsoever, even though it's at their disposal. They own the books. They literally own them. But yeah, I feel bad for a lot of channels that came up on lore because I think I don't know. I don't want to use the word like drowning, but there's certainly no market there, at least not a new market. So it's unfortunate.
Shout out to Dash's new channel. Guys, go and subscribe. Let's make the OG a big comeback. Dash Star 2.0. And what was it before you left? Like a few 100,000, right?
Oh, I think it's something like near 400, like near 500,000 or so. It's gone backwards, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't want to say obviously, but it's changed. Whenever you change topics, you just lose a chunk of the audience. It's called Beyond Knowing now. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, Dash's old channel is not his. It hasn't been for a while. And so he's long story short, this is his new one. So go and subscribe to him. Let's get him back to 500,000. Because he's a great voice in the community, and I really think that he needs to get his platform back to where it was. It's going to take some time, but it's not impossible. You did it once, do it again.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. I actually like being small because I'm testing so much. It makes you more scrappy. You know what I mean? You throw things at the wall. So I'm really excited to create a new genre of videos.
Yeah, just talking videos, even just like you shooting the shit, like what you said, commentary era, and it's very true because it totally is, man. It's like everyone wants the Asmongold type of just talking or reacting to shit, or the moist critical, or the whatever. And I think that's I've seen success with it, and I never intended for it to be successful. I was like, okay, people like talking stuff. Cool.
No,
Like
you've got the
podcast
X
era.
factor. You must know that. You've got like a great balance. You're not just like screaming, which I actually thought about. I thought, why don't I make one called Darth Dash? Just like Boogie 2988. What he used to have, he used to have that character where he just screamed. Francis. I thought, why don't I Francis it and just be like Darth Dash, just absolutely going nuts. And I thought, that'd be pretty funny. But no, you've got something. Obviously, people love you for a reason. It's not like you just turn the camera on and suddenly, people are watching. You have that X factor.
I don't know, bro. I'm just doing my thing, and I'm lucky enough to be here. So, and lucky enough to be streaming with you guys. So, to do what I love every day. It's a dream. So Franklin says, will Dash have his old intro in his videos? Love from England.
Yes, I put it back in because now I can't get demonetized by it, which happened once,
I remember that.
Warner Chapel.
I remember you tweeted out that your entire channel had been demonetized overnight, which is every YouTuber's. That's second worst case scenario. Worst case is channel deletion, obviously, but everything being claimed is catastrophic. I hate
it. Was amazing. It was actually kind of awesome because I woke up and I got hundreds of emails and I realized they were just someone manually was doing it by views and they stopped at 10,000. They just couldn't be bothered at 10,000 or less views. And I was like, you son of a bitch. He just went, eh. Mm-hmm. So what they did was Warner Chapel is the main company, right? And I was using something called the Tiny Death Star, which is a mobile games intro for the Imperial March. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, it's 3 seconds long. But what happened is they copyright claimed it on behalf of John Williams. He has obviously no idea this is going on. No. And said it's not because it's a Dead Games intro. He owns not only the song, but also the composition. So they copyrighted me for the notes being played, which I didn't know was possible. So if you ever want to hum the Jaws theme, you're screwed because, anyway. So what happens is hundreds of copyright claims and you think, oh, well, I can fight them individually, but three claims will kill your channel. But what they did was they owned a cluster of companies and they used 10 subsidiary companies to claim each video. So there was literally 10 copyright claims. So 10 times each video that they could kill my channel, and it only takes 3. So that takes a couple of hundred copyright claims to a couple of thousand. They just cooked me. It was the most insidious move. I'm like, come on, man. 3 seconds. Now, the beauty of it for anybody that wants to start a YouTube channel is YouTube reneged on it in 2020, I believe. You can have up to 8 seconds of copyrighted music without them being able to do that. But I would, you can imagine, I was in tears. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Every
your
single
livelihood, your work,
everything you worked
all
for
taken.
3 second intro. These pieces of shit took it.
It's theft.
Yeah.
It's theft.
It is.
It's just,
it's okay. Take 3 seconds worth of the revenue. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been targeted for that too. I know that YouTube implemented the feature where you can just mute the music now. which has saved me with,
Yeah.
you know, being targeted like that. But back to like owning the notes thing. You guys have seen Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
You know when Hank like is singing the Eye of the Tiger theme to Walt, they ended up having to pay Survivor something like
No.
$6 million just for that 3 seconds of Hank singing Eye of the Tiger.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Anyway,
That's nuts. No, when
but yeah,
to add to that, they copyrighted the fan film when it came out after, Lucasfilm was like, "No, yeah, you just do it yourself. There's no ads on it." And I didn't care about if they're taking the money. I just didn't like the fact that people were like, "Why are you running ads on it?" And I'm like, "What? Bitch, I'm not running ads." And then yeah, anyways, then they removed it after like a couple days because you guys came to my aid and Reddit like made it front page, and they just on like every Warner Chapel social media, like there was like one guy, he was getting like a new album or something, like some like small artist, and like people were just like, "Fuck you!" Like, give Star Wars Theory his movie back. It was fucked, man. I felt bad for that guy. But Warner Chapel, they released it, and from what I heard, someone within Lucasfilm that was very high up made like one call and was like, "Pull that shit." And I don't know who that was, but anyways,
God bless
um,
him.
yeah, God bless him. And then they dropped it. And then once I did the video of Alex with Star Wars Explained, the next day they recopyrighted the film, and they copyrighted a shit ton of other stuff that hadn't been copyrighted for 4 years, like this one, Darth Vader's lo-fi beats. So the one that I like play on streams, I just have it open on my screen here. So it's a lo-fi track that Samuel Kim made, and they copyrighted that and a bunch of other ones that they hadn't touched in 4 years. After the Star Wars Explained acolyte shit. So it's all very targeted. It's all very coordinated, I think. So fuck them. That's what I gotta say.
It's pretty insidious the way that they use the loopholes and legality to just absolutely take a big wet bite out of your ass. And you know that's some greedy mega corporation that doesn't give two shits. And it's, it's not just your livelihood. If it felt fair, if I felt like I messed up somebody's day or did something bad, I'd go, okay. But just knowing it was sheer avarice, I was like, you sons of bitches.
Yeah, man. It's not meant to help them. It's just meant to hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. They don't give a shit. It's just a vindictive move, and that's fine.
Well, YouTube is
problem.
really flawed when it comes to the copyright system. And I know that Star Wars people tuning in for Star Wars don't really want to hear about the copyright system, but any YouTuber will know that it's guilty until proven innocent to like such a high degree where if you make a little mistake, say you lose a claim, you risk channel deletion, you risk termination. And it's just not right. And any company can flag your video and take the money, and then you fight it. It's not like YouTube analyzes whether or not their claim is legitimate first. They just put the claim into effect, and then they leave it only up to the YouTuber to then fight that battle.
Yeah, I agree. It's unfortunate. And it's, it's not about the money at all, because, I mean, the Vader fan film wasn't even supposed to be monetized. It's just them wanting to profit off of it. It's like, all right, dude. They take it down, and then after the explain shit, then they do it again. It's like, you guys are just funny. It is what it is. You just gotta let your content speak volumes, and that's what we're doing here. So we stand with the Star Wars community and George Lucas, and we will make, I think, one of the greatest fan films in history, and at least do our best. And yeah, the fans will have something to enjoy. So onwards and upwards to 2025, baby. Let's go. I'm so excited for Dash Star to be back. His voice immediately draws me back to the pre-Force Awakens era of my life.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. I'm actually shitting kittens. There's a comment up from that said, Dash, something's behind you. And I immediately froze. Like, some type of haunting. I went, freaking me out, bro. Also, thank you. Thank you.
That's funny. What's up, Cantina? How you doing? This is where the fun begins. What's up, dude? May the new year bless you with joy and good health. You too, Illyrio. Thanks so much for being a member, man. Thanks for dropping into the streams. Rossi, Executive Rossi here again. I reached out to Josh last week, told him about MegaCon. If the baby and wife are good, he's down to hang with the boys. I'm planning up for the Nerd Vengers. Tony is helping me. MegaCon will be epic. Yeah, MegaCon is going to be really fun. We're doing a lot of stuff in the background to prepare for it. Member,
I plan on being there.
What up, Brizzle? Yeah, and Wave will be there as well.
Oh,
yeah, that'll be cool. We're gonna have a lot of people at our booths. So then you're gonna come with us to the parks after, hey?
Yeah, why not?
All right, cool, dude. These vlogs are gonna be pretty crazy.
Interesting for me.
Yeah, really
I'm
fun.
jumping in the deep end, but you know what?
Yeah,
we're gonna do it.
Yo, Theory Dash and Stupendous. Hope you guys had a great New Year's. And Star Boys is kind of sounds like you're making a boy band.
All right. Yeah. Noted.
Yeah. I don't know about Star Boys.
Listen, dude, I like it. That's what I'll call us in my head. Never out loud ever again.
You're gonna meet Stoops, and he's just gonna roll up his sleeve and have like this Star Boys tattoo.
Literally. Hey guys, look what I got.
It's your turn. I'm like, oh god damn.
You know what we should do? We should reenact a scene or a few scenes of Fanboys, but in person. You've seen Fanboys, right?
No, I haven't. What is Fanboys? I'm sorry. Apparently, I've committed another sin. What is it?
Are you kidding?
No.
I was going to say a quote, but I'm like, if I mess up this quote of "get the hell out of my store," I'm like, no. Yes, surely that's the right movie.
I'll check it out. All right, I got homework.
Dude, Fanboys.
Yes, that's the right. Okay, thank God.
Is the quintessential. If anybody wants to know what being a Star Wars fan was like back in probably the 90s and 2000s, Fanboys is your movie. So this movie spoke to me on so many levels, and I'm sure it'll speak to many, many more of you. I'm trying to find a good trailer. I guess official trailer. Sure, why not?
Warner Chappell has claimed this video.
Yeah, they probably will.
The most secure buildings on Earth: the White House, the Pentagon, the Kremlin, and George Lucas's Skywalker Ranch.
It started as the ultimate heist.
Linus laid the whole thing out in 5th grade.
What's your game plan?
We storm the ranch or we die trying.
This is a suicide mission.
It will become the ultimate road trip.
Strap in, fellas. Star Wars!
It may be crazy.
Yeah!
It may be dangerous.
Bam, bam, bam. Ah! Harry Knowles. Which one of you's Windows? I'm Windows. Nice to meet you. Oh! Harry Knowles is kicking Windows down.
But if you make the right connections,
it's all there. Maps, passcodes.
How did you score all this stuff?
Are you kidding? I'm William Shatner. I can score anything.
The possibilities.
You want
that's pretty good.
Warm.
Touch private convo. Dude, get out of here. It's not a good time. The force is strong with me here.
Are endless.
Somebody tell me what the damn red button's for.
It's light speed, kid.
Light speed. Yeah. Punching!
Featuring Princess Leia, Lando Calrissian, Darth Maul, Shooter McGavin, the warehouse guy from The Office, the guy from Tropic Thunder, Jay, the guy from Die Hard 4, the hot chick from Sin City, and Captain James T. Kirk.
Friend of yours?
Fanboys.
Come on! Quick, into the garbage chute!
I have a bad feeling about this. You guys don't think that we are in George Lucas's trash room?
The walls are not going to close in on us.
Yeah, you guys got to catch that one if you haven't seen it. What a time. What a time to be alive. Dash, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, No, I don't want to say this because it's just going to go down a rabbit hole.
What? What's why we're here?
The guy that was a Trekkie that goes into the store, his name was something Chappie and he had an afro. He was like a bit actor, but he was supposedly friends with celebrities in Hollywood. And he said he was going to expose like all of these people. He's friends with the Jacksons kids or whatever. He said, I'm going to expose everybody. And he's gone nuts on Twitter back in the days. Like, if anything happens to me, 50 cal bullets are going to rain down on all of you. And then he suddenly self-deleted. And so every time I think of that, yeah, like he was like, I know so much. And then, and so every time I see that store interaction, I'm like, that dude probably shouldn't have said that stuff.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. What the heck?
I told you, it's like so dark. This is too much. This is dark lore plus like real life. I'm sorry.
Yeah, real life. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, anybody, chat, spam one if you've seen Fanboys. I feel like a lot of people have seen it, but maybe the newer generation, like Stupendous here, hasn't.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know, the newer generation of Star Boys, I think, just those comedies are kind of dead in the water.
Yeah.
There is no Starboy comedy.
Isn't that a song by The Weeknd?
Yeah.
I'm going to be listening to that tonight in the gym.
Thinking of that connection.
Just getting pumped up.
All right, dude. I'm getting massacred.
I'm a Star Boy. Yeah. Star Boy.
Dude, that's a good song.
Welcome to my podcast. I'm the Star Boy.
Bubble with €5. He says, hey guys, recently got my Theory Sabers order and super happy with it. What's your opinion on the hit trading card game Star Wars Unlimited? Well, thank you for grabbing a saber, and I'm so happy that you're happy with it. What's your opinion on the hit trading card game Star Wars Unlimited? I've never played it, so I wouldn't know. Anyone? Nobody?
Oh, you're asking us. I literally thought the audience was going to answer and say, well, I think, and I'm like, wait, what? Wake up.
I collect Pokemon cards, like rare Pokemon cards.
Nice. Logan Paul.
I was, okay, before that, but also that.
It's his era. Come on, Theory, don't judge.
It is my era. You judge.
He's younger than, what? No, I
How old is
collected. I
Logan
was like
Paul?
in the 90s. I was like,
Yeah,
we've talked about collections before a few streams ago, right?
The new generation do
like 25.
Yeah, around
don't know.
Theory's. I mean, Stoop's age. They do it as kind of like a postmodern kind of thing. You know, like, hey, I collect Pokemon cards, but I never, played the games. What's Pokemon Red?
Yeah, I know.
I just like the old classic cards.
It's like Star
remind
Wars
me of
fans,
when I
yeah.
was a kid, and like my giant binder filled with them, and just to have like more rare ones is so cool. I don't know. I love the art. I love Japan. It's so cool.
Do you still have your binders?
Yeah, I have a briefcase filled with cards.
Woo! That's amazing. Like, I wish I had the foresight. Everything that I've ever sold, where I'm just like, I'll get $12 for this, and I'm like, stupid now.
Yeah, some of them are worth some real money. They're so cool though. Like, I don't know. They make me feel like how I was as a kid opening up packs, just like holding it and being like, oh, this is great. And it's fun because it is just cardboard. I don't know. There's some allure to that.
But it's valuable. It's valuable cardboard. It's what it means. It's not
exactly.
about you could probably remake that thing for like 12 cents, but it's not about that.
Exactly. It's all the value that it is to you. Which is why, yeah, dude, they're so cool. They're so pretty.
I have mine. And it was weird. When I got them as a kid, I literally took care of them as if, I don't know, they were the most sacred things in the world. I would barely touch them. I'd put them in a transparent sleeve, and then I'd put that sleeve into a binder sleeve, and then I'd close the binder. And
That's how you do it.
I still have them.
Now they grade the cards. You send them into PSA, and they give it like a rating based on the centering of the image, any damage on the card, and the quality of the card changes its value like drastically. But that's a whole part of it. It's like what is the condition of the card? It's not just the card itself. And that's another aspect that I really like, because the people that cared about their cards, those are worth money now. And the people that just trashed them around, not that there's anything wrong with that if that's what you want to do with your cards.
Yeah.
But, it's an aspect that I enjoy.
Yeah, no, totally. And I just, I want to get mine graded because I'm pretty sure they're like all a 10 because I just like OCD did not touch them. I just like left them, literally collected. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't trust mailing it out, and So if it was like maybe in the same city as me, cool. But it's not, unfortunately. So I don't know. Maybe I'll never get them graded.
I've seen videos of people like dropping them off, like in their car, being like, "Please grade these. I'll pick them up later." But from what I understand, it's pretty safe to like send them. I've only never gotten one card that I've purchased, and it wasn't like a particularly valuable one. But it's actually not that expensive to have them graded either. I think it's like $15 a card. So if you can determine which of the cards you think has the most value, it can be a good investment.
Oh, you're gonna make me get my cards out, man. Show you just how pristine they are.
That would be I would not hate that.
Yeah. It says you can think they're a PSA 10. Good luck with that. Well,
well, Ethan.
I'm telling you, man, I did not touch. I'll show you.
Here we go.
Yeah, dude, my dad he collected basketball cards and football cards.
No way. I thought that he was going to judge. My question to you, and I didn't want to throw you on the spot, was what did your father think of it? Because I remember my dad, when I was like, Pokemon cards, he was just like, just another piece of his soul died in front of me. He's like, this isn't sports. But so your dad liked it?
My dad was never for the whole nerd stuff growing up. He didn't like that I liked superheroes. He didn't like that I liked Star Wars. He didn't like that I liked Pokemon. But now that I got to make a career over something I really freaking loved, he respects that more than any dislike he may have had when I was younger. So he moves beyond that. And it's like, oh, he doesn't look at it like, oh, my son's collecting Pokemon cards. What a nerd. He looks at it like, he knows what he's doing. He likes what he likes. And I liked cards too. Even if they're different, it's still cool. And that was just such a great like evolution of my relationship with him. But yeah, that's a long answer to your question.
No, it's not, dude. I love hearing this stuff. This is, all part of it. It's so funny that a lot of what we went through mirrors it. Because, my dad was just like, what's an internet? You need to man up. I was like,
yeah, my dad's a cop.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. So my dad's like, ultra masculine. It's like Barky's dad. He's ready to just totally, pin me to submission and fuck me up. And,
I like the burgundy binder. Sorry, Dash.
Well,
no, that's all right.
I got two binders. This is the like, yeah. I had them organized by like what it was and everything. So. Kind of tough. I don't want to bend them.
Yeah, be careful. When you grade them, they come back in that big plastic, hard plastic.
I know. I know. I want that.
I'll send you pictures of mine after stream.
This is so wholesome,
dude. I'm gonna get him into Pokemon collecting. Oh shit! You got the Charizards. All right, what are we working with? You got 2 Charizards there. The side. Oh, there's a Mewtwo. A couple Mewtwo's.
Yeah.
He might be my favorite Pokemon. Him and Lugia. Lugia's sick.
Would you say the original? What is it, 151 or 121? 151. Do you reckon that they were just the best, or
that's all I collect is just the originals? Yeah, I'm not interested in the newer stuff. I stick with the 151 or the Japanese cards, the original ones. There you go. Yeah. Oh, Gyarados. Oh, I'm such a liar. Gyarados is easily my favorite Pokemon.
He's getting
easily
more hyped.
Gyarados. Charizard's not a dragon type, but Gyarados is, because in Japan, the water dragon is what's possible, or is what's popular, not the fire dragon. So Charizard is a fire type, not a dragon type, and Gyarados is a dragon type, not a water type.
I vaguely
You're like-
remember these things from trying to, get into gyms and trying to counter different people. The elements.
Oh, those are pretty. There's some cards you can buy that are like signed by the artist that designed it. Those are cool.
Yeah. I don't even know what these are.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, there you go. Those are some of the 151s. Machamp. Yeah, they're in really good condition.
Oh yeah, dude. These haven't been touched. Like,
I would just check if you have any first editions, and then once you figure out how many first editions you have, check how many shadowless you have. Shadowless indicates like the second printing of a card.
How do you know if it's shadowless or not?
It will. You see the border of the image. A lot of them will have a shadow on it, just a very faint shadow. And if you have a shadowless, it will just be, I think, just yellow.
Oh.
Did that make sense?
Yeah, I never even looked at that. They all have a shadow on it, I think.
They could still be valuable. They could be the third printing, fourth printing. I'm just saying if you have...
know? I mean, these were like 1996, 1990.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to go through the cards one at a time, check for the shadow, check for special marking. If it's a first edition, it will have a first edition stamp on the left of the card.
I know. I really wanted a first edition Charizard. I never got it.
I might have one.
That's fucked. Huh.
It's
Oh, does this mean it's a... Huh? I don't know.
No, part of the fun is going through and seeing what you have, though.
Well, I don't need. That's why I would need to get it graded because I don't even really know. Like,
oh, you could figure out. There's like websites that I think you can submit pictures, and it will tell you exactly what you have, and then it'll also tell you like what they all sold for.
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell you what grade my Charizard is, guys, but I'm very proud of it.
Is it 10? Did you grade it?
No, it's not a 10. No.
Why? Is it like
I didn't grade
impossible
it.
10?
A 10, a PSA 10 first edition thick stamp Charizard, I want to say is north of $1 million.
When did that happen? Like I know that they became extremely popular.
Oh,
in the last
$500,000.
5 years?
That's right. Sorry.
Now I'm going through all these just to see if there's.
Oh, I'm confusing a PSA 10 with a Beckett's 10.
I got
Beckett's is another grading company, but they're even tougher than PSA is. Like they will go over it fine tooth and comb. And a Beckett 10 is, I think, north of $1 million. But a PSA 10 is around $500,000.
I got
but
like
there's big drop off.
5 Illustrator cards. I heard those were worth a lot.
Yeah, certain Illustrator cards.
Just kidding. I don't have Illustrator. Wait, do I? I don't know. Actually,
you probably
do.
Know.
I don't know, bro. Maybe.
So, Theory.
You.
What did your parents think of your collecting?
Oh, they loved it. They really promoted me just being a massive nerd. I don't know, man. Like you have to realize, like I was sick as a kid, and I was always in and out of hospitals, and so they liked the fact that I just kind of didn't do anything super dangerous, in a sense. They liked that I was just like happy, that I was just like, just enjoyed my little world, and that was it.
I'm jealous, man. My dad got actively mad when I was happy.
Oh man,
I'm joking. No, I'm sorry. I'm joking.
Oh, I was going to say, I think my dad wanted me to get into way more trouble than I did. He didn't like that I was at home collecting action figures and looking into Star Wars and reading comics. Yeah, no, he didn't. He's a sports guy. He's as into sports and football as I am into Star Wars. We just are different like that.
They put me into sports still. But
yeah, no, I had to play sports. It wasn't an option.
What is my Charizard? Like what? Like it doesn't
If you
seem like
hold
a
it up, I
special-
might be able to tell you. But is it in like a? Oh yeah, don't take it out of that. There's no first edition stamp. They both have shadows on them, but they could still be valuable if they're like the third printing.
Yeah, I don't know.
The hollow's in good condition though, but I don't. They're not first edition or
No.
shadowless.
Unfortunately.
But that doesn't mean that they're not worth something. Those could be worth several $1,000s.
Yeah, they made me really happy as a kid, so
Yeah.
I don't think the money's gonna change my life. So
No.
What
I
is
just
it?
think which one's what?
Oh, it's trainer. Never mind.
Some cards might shock you though, because certain ones that you may not think are super valuable end up being like I'm a novice at this. There are people that know so much. I just do it
Oh,
because I think it's fun.
I have a shadowless Charmander.
There you go. That's definitely worth something.
Right?
Yeah, here, I'll just look it up real quick.
Pretty sure. That's what you mean by shadowless, right?
I can't. If there's no shadow on the border, then it's shadow. Then it would be shadowless.
Sorry, I'm literally covering it.
No, you're good. Oh, is it the one on the far left? Is it
Yeah, over there.
Yeah, that I don't think that's a 151 card, but it could still be worth something. You just never know. A shadowless.
Oh yeah, no, that says 2004. My other ones say 1995 on them.
Yeah, then those are early ones.
Hold
Then
on.
those have a pretty good chance of being worth
Oh no,
something.
sorry. It says 1995, 96, 98 Nintendo. Game Freak 1999 Wizards.
Yeah, Wizards of the Coast. That's the company that printed them. I think is how that is.
Illustrator Mitch. Oh.
I think I have a first edition Charmander, and I think that card was $50, which is a lot of money for a Pokemon card.
Yeah, I got like no money. I got no first editions. What is it when there's like a spore?
I don't know.
And then some of them have like 2 little stars.
I think that may indicate the pack that they came out of, but I'm not 100% sure. Like
okay.
if a fossil pack or a plant pack. If they were in person, I could.
Yeah. Oh,
get better.
Maybe one day I'll take it to like a grading something, but I just like having them. I've had them since I was a kid, and that's it.
Yeah. I just got back into it because my Pokemon cards were lost when I moved. So I just tried to get that feeling back, and it worked. Felt the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Nice blast from the past, kind of thing.
What sports did? Oh, he walked away. Did you play Sports Dash?
No, I liked weightlifting. I still do, and running and stuff, like more solo stuff, oddly.
That's what I like now a lot more. But I played football and basketball growing up. But like weightlifting is my thing. It's so nice. I enjoy it so much.
I moved too much, man. I moved like 470 times as a kid. So I played basketball for a season, then moved to a new school. And my mum was like, well, we can't keep buying uniforms. So we're just going to have to get those dreams of yours and just crush them and never bring them up again. You know how things happen, childhood. And you're like, oh well.
Yeah.
I think the tough thing about sports is like when you're good as a kid and then you just get to certain levels and everyone there is just like so much better, just another level, and that can be hard. That could be hard because it's like, oh, I'll never catch that guy, but you still try. That's the whole point.
Did you, yeah, and academia too. I felt that like, you'd be the fastest or the best kid in test in the class and you try and beat other people. And then there'd always be like some freak that you'd encounter and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah. And you figure out what you like and what you don't like. But like in terms of like obsession, I still remember when I was 10, I think, or 8 or something, 10, I was bought a Super Nintendo and Super Mario World. And I was given the game when I was on a holiday at my grandma's over, I think it was summer holiday. And so I had like 6 weeks and I just read that back to back. Like I never obsessed over sports. Like I read the manual of Super Mario World just over and over. I would just dream like it's just a different level,
Yeah.
Good times, man. It's funny how like I remember a booster pack for Pokemon. It came with like shit ton cards. It was like $40 back in the day in the 90s. Whereas now, I mean, Jesus, probably so expensive.
Yeah, those box sets, getting them as a kid.
Yeah, man.
So good. Back when I still picture like them next to the prequel toys. Yeah, like you had the Pokemon cards on the left, and then like you had the Darth Mauls. And then Toys R Us went out of business. Shit hurts.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
They're still here, man.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Nobody told Canada. So they were just
Yeah,
like,
no one
what?
told- they're like, I guess we'll stay open.
Thank you, CTMZ, biggest super of the night. We appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I'll get back to reading peeps. Right, that one.
I sent
I was
something
able to-
just in private chat, by the way, Theory. I think everybody will want to see on screen. It's very important. I'm sorry for, obviously the comments are the most important.
Oh, bro. Okay. Okay. Let me.
You're so quick.
What the heck? You guys are awesome. I know it's a.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah,
straight out
think
of Stoop
that's cool.
screams onto the screen.
Yeah,
Oh my God! Yay!
I'm excited about that. I
Our
think it's cool people
boy.
cared enough to make it.
I love this new voice. I don't know what it is.
I was able to fly for Christmas and see my best friend in Chicago. We of course had to duel with my 4 Theory Sabers. I packed it in my. Bro, you packed it? That's crazy. Did you? I don't know. Can you turn them on the plane? I'm not sure.
Just randomly turn them on.
Start dueling. Good evening, boys. Loving the streams.
Hello there.
Purchase Snips hat and a tee going Friday Oh, cool. I'll see you there. We'll all see you there. There's gonna be a lot of us at the booth. Will you be restocking the Survivor episode 4 Weathered? It's so funny you say that because we just restocked it last night, and we're waiting for the system to update because we added some new sound fonts to it. So you can go grab it now. It'll come with the Mark 1, but if you want any different sound fonts like streaming or anything like that, I think it's still figuring something out on the back end, but it should be good to go. So, oh yeah, no, it's fine now. It's working. Oh, never mind. I mean, yeah, you can get Profi or SNV Pro. Yep, it is good to go now. Yeah, that one was out of stock for a while, man. You guys sold the crap out of that one. Really popular saber. Very, very nice saber. And will you be releasing a New Hope Graflex? Because I felt the RC was a little too much, but I love that saber. Yeah, if you go look at the Farm Boy, we have a replica. So if you go to the site and type in Farm Boy, if the site is keylogged to whatever you want. So if you type in like anything, it'll pop up. Like whatever you want. Like if you like, there's a certain character or something, replica of that. You type it in, it'll pop up. Felt like Wim got a little redeemed in this episode. No. Yeah, a little bit. Hey, thanks, Star Wars Network. What a great crossover. I've been watching all three of you since 2015 when I was 14. So this is awesome. We're that old, guys. We've been doing this that long.
It's incredible. I'm so grateful.
Speak for yourself, bro. I'm a star boy. I'm sorry. I love you, Stoops. I really, really have a lot of time for you. I hope you know I'm just giving. When I mess up, feel free to just mock me in an Australian accent. Here you go, mate. Come on, rip me apart. I
refuse to call this a mess up.
Okay.
I'm standing on my belief.
What the fuck, dude? You're gonna make him cry.
Gonna make me cry? Oh, I'm laughing.
Yeah, you're gonna make Stoops cry.
Yeah, Dash, you're gonna make me cry.
I recently found your channel and was stoked when I recognized your voice. Right. Well, he has a new channel now called Dash Star 2.0.
Thank you, sir.
Should rename it to Dash Star the Original, Dash Star Reborn, Dash Star Resurrected, Dash Star the Only.
The only Dash Star.
Let's get rid of Dash. Just keep the star. But I need another word after star. I just can't.
Surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one.
Oh, yeah. Will Dash have his old intro? Yes, he will. I know Theory said Tarkin is badass. What do you think, Dash and Wave?
Yeah, super badass. Like one of the only non-force sensitives people Palpatine was like, that guy's gonna be a problem. I better make him a problem for others and not myself. Tarkin's sick.
Better kill him off.
Yeah, and yeah,
Vader respected, you know.
He was chill when he was happy when Tarkin died. Too ambitious.
He hated Tarkin, bro. He hated his ass.
You don't think he respected him?
No, he definitely respected him, but I think he was I think he would never put anybody that couldn't use the Force on the same plane as anybody that can. That's sort of what I think.
It's only because Palpatine gave him the authority above Vader. So he knew if he would choke Tarkin out, then Palpatine would be pissed with him. That's the only reason he was like his little bitch.
Still that's to see, though.
It is amazing to see. Palpatine liked to test Vader by putting people lesser than him in charge of him to see what he would do, see his restraint, see how loyal he was. Yeah. Their relationship is so interesting.
I love George Lucas when he talks about it. He's like, Vader is like he's like a dog on a leash. He's broken at this point. And I'm like, yes. I don't know why. I love those explanations, the background. And he always says motif like 400 times when he's saying it.
It's the motif. It's his motif.
Vader is a rabid dog. I mean, he's not even a good Sith. He doesn't practice the Sith arts. He doesn't care for the greater knowledge. He's a wounded predator, and a wounded predator is the most dangerous kind.
Unless you have some salt, or in this case, sand. Why do you consider SC more childish than old Star Wars? SC? What's SC?
Skeleton Crew.
Why do you consider...
What about the fact that it's starring children?
Wait, are you seriously asking this? Why do you consider Skeleton Crew more childish than old Star Wars? What do you mean? It's a children's show. How is it not more childish? There's more slapstick comedy. Jod is more of a slapstick kind of funny, not really threatening, but you tell he's a bad guy. Pirate. You don't get any of that really in the original trilogy at all. There isn't as much comedic relief, I would say. The only comedic relief you have in the originals is C-3PO. But besides that, how is it even, in the same realm No, I don't think it is. What up, DJ? Thank you.
I don't understand why Star Wars got this reputation as being solely a kid's product. It's an argument that certain people tried to weaponize that I just never understood, because I always thought the originals and the prequels transcended being for any type of one person or one group, that they're just like adventure films and sci-fi films, but a good story. And the fact that people were like, oh, they're just for kids, let go of it, just seems super narrow-minded.
Well, people can use any points to the, like, depends how they spin it, right? So it's like, oh, it's just a kids show, let it go. Or if something like fits their narrative, be like, it's for kids. What's wrong with it? It's it's whatever. It's like, well, no, Star Wars is, I mean, it's a little more than, it's for everybody. I would say like like what's an actual kids show? Like Teletubbies is for children. The lessons, the overall dialogue or lack thereof, the silliness of it. It's very make believe. It's very like there's no actual like grit or seriousness, which is what life brings you, right? Compared to Star Wars, which is extremely, I would say, real and gritty. I mean, Luke's aunt and uncle get burned into skeletons. Like that's quite dark. So I don't know where this notion of like it being just for kids is from, and I think people who say that haven't really properly watched Star Wars, or maybe they just are trying to feel like or look like they're adults by calling something lesser. That's a whole nother topic, I'd say.
Can I speak to that for one moment?
Of course.
I think that from memory, and feel free to quote me, that when George created the original trilogy, and that was quite dark, especially Empire, and then he pulled it back a bit with Return, one of the biggest critiques of the prequels was that they were too childish and Jar Jar. And he said multiple times in interviews, I created this for 12-year-old boys first and foremost. So the fact that you're so pissed at Jar Jar baffles me, because this is like it's for them, but also adults as well. Like he used those words not to deflect, but to just let people know what his thoughts were. And I think people have taken a small snippet of that and just expanded it, like you said, to be dismissive or to weaponize an argument and just go, well, George said it once, so therefore the whole thing is dismissed. And you can't really do that. But I know the inception of where it started and where people have got that notion from.
I can sort of see that. The whole point, like it came directly from Lucas, but I guess my interpretation of that or a response would be, I think that's Lucas addressing that one part of the films he's making, not the entirety of what he's made. It's defending his thought process behind introducing a character like Jar Jar and trying to appeal to a certain audience, but that's not the full driving force behind the films.
Also, this is when he's taking body blows for episode 1, and they gradually got darker because people were just
they beat him to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the argument I see a lot of people make is like, George even said it's for kids. It's like, yeah, but George also said that there were some moments that were a little too dark. I think there was one we just watched a couple weeks ago where he was like, I'd say it's more for like a teen audience or something like that, or young adult. But I mean, at the same time, it's like these dudes got, people being beheaded and burned alive, and it's
child murder.
It's pretty dark, man. But the lessons, I would say what's for kids are the lessons, because those are lessons that you want instilled in a kid from when they were young.
Right.
To kind of know that, no matter kind of what path you take, you can always change your tune and turn for the better. And that if you do try to constantly control things like Anakin did, out of your own greed, then it's not going to go your way, and things might go really bad. There is an extremely valuable lesson in there. How we feeling, Skeleton Crew Theory? I saw you liked it and can't believe anyone would be upset that you liked it. No, anyone's entitled to how they feel, just like I'm entitled to how I feel about a show. So yeah, I like it. I think it's cute.
It's just not Star Wars enough feeling for me.
No, it's not Star Wars, but it's cute.
I know. Yeah.
I love it,
I
dude.
think that it's a
I'm
fine
like the
show.
minority. I think it's the pirate. I've seen so much samurai, so much Western, and so for them to include the pirate theme that fits so perfectly, I chew that shit up. I'm like, I want to see that explored more. Well, maybe you just, I'm so starved for like some good Star Wars, that you just, it's like meat on the bone, and then,
Yeah.
but then I'll go back in 5 years and maybe like,
Happy New Year, love you theory. No income tax in Texas. Really?
Or in Florida.
Or Alabama.
Wait, you don't pay tax on what you make?
No. You pay other taxes like
You
sales
pay
tax
federal and then you have
yeah.
a state tax. So they call the tax in California sun tax because it's like 9% on top of federal tax. Whereas Australia, you just pay a flat federal tax. I'm sure you do in Canada as well.
Oh no, Canada, we're absolutely fucked, dude. This guy takes everything and more.
I hate taxes. I hate paying taxes.
I
think everybody hates paying taxes.
This is the year Canada gets its election. So,
how you feeling? Is it like a pressure cooker? Because here, election years are so volatile.
I don't know anybody that likes Trudeau. I don't know a single human that likes him. I don't know a single human that wants him to remain in office and continue to destroy this beautiful country like he has for the last almost decade. I have no idea. And nobody's really heard me talk politics because it's mostly American and I don't really have much to say. But when it comes to Canada, I mean, it's my own country. I'm born and raised here. And this guy is the worst prime minister ever. He has destroyed people's lives. He has destroyed the country. And I cannot wait until he is not voted for again. And this guy is just out. He needs to go enjoy his life and enjoy the millions and millions and millions of dollars that he has. That's what he needs to do.
That's what I've gleaned from the internet, from the vague research, is that he's not popular at all.
No, he's not. And
when is the election held?
Huh? In November, I think. It's been so stressful. Just even like, yeah. My guy's destroyed the country. And he takes absolutely everything. Takes everything. Tax upon tax upon tax upon tax. And he's taking private jet flights all over the fucking world, enjoying everything. He is, and you can't even say anything. I haven't even said anything for years because of Bill C-11. And frankly, I don't give a fuck anymore. If he wants to, you can't say anything against Canada. You can't. You Bill C-11 is, if you're a YouTuber, you cannot say anything against Canada that the government doesn't like. So me even saying this, I'm now at risk for fucking who knows what he wants to do or could do, or who knows? I don't know. He could do anything. They just got an email a couple weeks ago that they want to take all of my guns away. Some new fucking rule that all the guns on this list, over 150 guns, they want to take them away. So you got to lock them up, put trigger locks on them, put them in their box, lock up the box, put the box in a safe until they come and collect them.
Sounds like you need to take a boat ride and lose some guns.
Sounds like I need to become an American, is what it sounds like. But
yeah,
I'm riding it out. I'm doing my best, and just like every other Canadian, and we're all waiting for the election so we can vote this guy out. There is no freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. There's no freedom of speech here, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If you say anything against, I have to be so careful with what I say. It's It's wild, dude. If everything he's constantly pushing down our throats, if you say anything against that group or whatever, you can be put in jail. It's I can't even begin to explain the politics in Canada. Like you Americans think it's you guys got it bad, but this is literally
Sounds awful.
this is 1984, man, and everyone just kind of like takes it, because it's Canada. But I don't think, fuck, dude, I'm tired.
When are you going
I'm
house
tired.
shopping in the U.S.?
I'm
states are
not
you
going
looking
house
at?
shopping. I'm not going house shopping because I'm paying for the Vader fan film. And until that's
Yeah.
done, I'm not. That's it's over $1 million, and it's not financed or anything like that. So I don't have a mortgage on the fan film. It's over $1 million for this fan film, and I'm not going anywhere till I do that. It's fucking stressful, man. But I'm gonna get it done. So I'm stuck here until priorities. I got to get that film done and take care of everything else I'm taking care of, and keep running Theory Sabers. And I mean, we're doing the best on there. We're absolutely bringing the best to the market and killing it. And I want to continue doing that, but it costs a lot to keep it going. And so there is no house hunting, not for a while. I'd love to. I'd love to just go, be like, all right, fuck it. I'm just disappear and go buy a house in the States. But no, it's just not.
Is that the plan when the fan film is done and you're happy with it?
When the fan film's done, no, I'm probably going to be putting my money into my comic.
So you probably wouldn't move till like retirement or until at least in between major projects.
I don't know. I don't know. It's, you just have to keep building.
Very Qui-Gon Jinn of you. Very trust in the living force.
Yeah, every day is a new day, and I try to make the most of it and navigate and through the fog and just do my best. There's nothing I don't, there's nothing else I could do. So, I think people are going through a really hard time in life, and for me to like even make any sort of like complaint about it would just be like, no, I'm very fortunate for where I am. I've worked to get here, but I'm, also, I'm not waking up without food or without parents or without, or ill. I used to be ill. Fuck, I know how that feels. There's nothing worse than that. There's nothing worse than dying and like an impending death, and you don't know if you're going to get better. So, no, these problems are first world problems, really, but it's still pressure. I want to get out of here. I want to get out of Canada. This is not a fun place to live anymore. And it hasn't been because of Trudeau. So, but my priority is the film, and once the film is done, then I'll focus on my comic, and I'll keep making YouTube videos. I'll always be on YouTube just because I enjoy it. And that's it, man. And then yeah, maybe I'll be able to get a place in the States. That'd be nice. That'd be cool. And Switzerland. I really like Switzerland. I really liked it when I went there. It's very peaceful.
I've never been.
It's so peaceful, man. Everyone's very nice, polite. There's no crime, really. It's clean. Yeah, it's just nice. It's a nice place. It's expensive, though. But then again, so is Vancouver.
Yeah, I haven't traveled outside of the States very much. I've been to Peru and Mexico, but that's about it. Never been to Canada.
Well, wait until the election to come to Canada. See that comment right there? That could even get me in massive amounts of trouble, because then Canada could be like, "Oh, you're using your platform to send people away from Canada and not help." It's like it's a very fucked up place, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I can say, what I can't say. I'm sure, like the audience here, like you guys have probably seen me like bite my tongue on so many topics that like some of my friends have been so candid to speak about, but I just haven't really, because Bill C-11, dude. Trudeau. He doesn't let you say anything. If you want to say something, fuck, I don't know. Am I gonna lose my house? Is my channel gonna get taken down? I don't know. I have no idea. So I just kind of just shut my mouth on a lot of things and try to be as like glossy with it. But you know, once he's out of here, then you'll see a much more raw side of me.
Okay, I look forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
I love where I live, man. I do, and I'm grateful for it. So I think Florida, for me especially, has been so nice, and yeah, I'm just grateful. I'm sorry you have to go through this. It sounds awful.
Yeah, no, it's shitty. I'd love to move to like Florida or Montana. I was looking at Bozeman, Montana. It looks so beautiful there. Wyoming looks beautiful. Texas. I'd like to see more of Texas, but from so far what I've seen, I like Florida a lot.
Yeah, I love it here. You know.
Yeah, I love New York. I'd love to get like an apartment in New York, but again, that's not really like that'd be more like a vacation.
Yeah, no, New York is too wild to live there, at least for me. I mean,
Yeah.
people that do, they operate on a different plane of existence. It feels like walking around.
Yeah.
Like it's there. You will not find a group of people more locked in than New Yorkers trying to get something done. It's fascinating.
Yeah, that's what I experienced when I was there. Everyone just leaves you alone because they're so busy with their own shit. And if you're not making them money, then they're not going to waste time on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great. It's nice. They're just totally like you are left alone. Vancouver is totally it. I do not like Vancouver. I don't think I've ever felt at home here, to be honest. Unfortunately.
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
felt
love
at home
Boston.
in Maui. That's for sure.
Oh, I do like Maui.
It's beautiful there.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. I got to go back to Hawaii, man.
Yeah.
I ran a Spartan race in Hawaii. That was hard.
Right.
But it was super fun. Right where they had filmed Jurassic Park, I ran my race through there. I wish I wasn't like vomiting during it, but it was a good time.
That's not good.
Oh, it's just hard. Yeah, have you ever done like a Spartan race or something like that?
No, I'm not really. I don't really like long distance stuff.
Yeah, no, they're hard.
Yeah, I got more
They
so
suck.
fast twitch. I'm more of a fast twitch muscle fiber guy.
Some of it is like it's just the monkey bars, or they got like bag carries, or you jump
Yeah.
through fire at the end. But some of it's hard, like the rope pull,
I
climbing
bet.
up that rope. Oh,
Yeah, I'd rather
Anyway.
not. I'd much rather just go into a boxing ring and try not to get punched in the face, but whatever.
I imagine that's more difficult, so much more difficult, boxing than a Spartan.
I would think a
race?
Spartan race is much more difficult.
Really, I would think boxing, but no one's punching you during a Spartan race.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I think of a Spartan race and I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like I don't want to do this. There's no
I don't
thrill.
know.
Where's the
Yeah,
thrill?
but
There's no thrill.
there's no one to fight but you in the Spartan race, which is sort of like why I like it.
Yeah, but it's just cardio. It's like, it's boring.
You
No.
need someone. The punching you in the face is a positive. I like.
Yeah,
it.
like, give me
It's
some
like-
stimulus. Give me some, get like, all right, this guy's trying to like take my head off, man. I could get brain damage. I better like lock in.
I was in one
What's the
sparring
Spartan race?
session.
Oh no, come on. Oh no, my cardio, I can't run.
But that's why I like it. It's like you see where you're at physically.
No, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just in my head. I'm just like, I'd much rather be gassed and then be getting punched in the head. But yeah, for the record, I don't think I could do a Spartan race. I don't think I'm cut out for that.
They're fun. They're so fun.
I bet you have to be in good shape to do it.
It'd freaking kill me now.
I'm
I
more of like a
remember the-
short burst guy. you know?
Short. Well, there's stuff like that. Like you got to jump over a wall. That's
There you
short
go.
burst stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like that's how the race start. The race starts with like I think it's a what is it, like 9-foot wall you got to jump over? Something
You
like
know what
that.
you know what I like about boxing is like if you get tired, you just change your strategy. You go more offense. Sorry, you go more defense. You just try to like bide your time. You know, dodge, deflect, bob, weave, counter, and catch your breath. And once you do, then you go back, boom, 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 boom. Whereas Spartan race, you're just the whole way, man, just steady, like.
But that's why I like that, because the objective is simple. It's hard, but it's simple.
It's hard, dude.
Which is why I like it, because the task is right in front of me, and there's no other way to do it than to just jump over the fucking wall.
We should do a Spartan. We should do a Spartan race with sabers. Just
you have to duel while you run.
Yeah, well,
cut people's legs off,
bro. Imagine we're
you
like
have them like crawling.
Yeah, and we're like trying to like kill each other at the same time, and then we like climbing the rope and just start hitting each other and shit.
That sounds like fun as hell.
Yeah, we're good.
Try to climb a rope and your buddy just smacks your fingers. Fall like 10 feet. Oh man. Yeah, but there's other cool stuff. There's other cool stuff in the Spartan race, like there's spear throws. Like that was cool to do.
Saber throw.
There you go.
Saber throw. Excited for another stupendous dash theory to help me get through this work shift. Totally behind at work. Happy to be here. Much love, guys. What up, Tim? Tim O'Brien. The podcast name should be Sith Triumvirate. It's a bit hard on the tongue, no? Rumor is that ZeniMax Online is making a new Star Wars MMO. Do you think fans would go for this? I think it would be good for establishing a new time period. I didn't know this. I don't know, man.
Game.
Yeah, they gotta announce a whole bunch of stuff for Star Wars. Like, otherwise, it's just we need games, shows, movies. I don't know what they're doing, man.
I've never seen it so dead in the water. Never seen it so dead in the water.
ZeniMax created Elder Scrolls Online, so not great. Not the best candidate.
Oh.
When's the next one? When's the next Bethesda?
Elder Scrolls?
Yeah.
2036? I don't know. No, probably 2028, 29, to be honest.
Crazy. I subbed to Dash a minute ago and we talked on Twitter. Wave was second and Dash and Theory were first, roughly the same time period. Cool. Yeah, everyone new here, Dash is a new channel called Dash Star 2.0. What are you at now? How many subs are you at now? Did you jump at all yet?
I don't know. Yeah. I think I got like 400, 500 overnight just with that first video, which was really cool. Thank you very much, everyone who saw me. I didn't think it was going to happen.
Hell yeah. All right. Chatty's at 2.9. Let's try to get him to 3K right now.
I need to check.
Thank you, CT, once again. Unknown Nintendo just realized I've been subscribed to all three of you guys, and your side channels for 10 years are as of this year. Here's to another 10. Are you at 10? Dash?
Have I been doing it for 10 years?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 2014 September was when I made the first video on Rebels, on each individual Rebels character. You remember the Inquisitor?
Yeah.
Your devotion to your master is admirable, but it will not save you. Nothing can. And I was like, that one line that they dropped with him, I was like, this dude, this Powan killer, I bet they're going to crush it. And if they ever do live action, he's not going to look like a testicle.
Gonna look like a fucking egg.
Yeah. Oh, criminal.
Yeah,
It looks terrible.
I saw Bryce Dallas Howard said something pretty cool the other day, and she was like made a point of establishing the fact that she is all about George Lucas Star Wars. I think that's a pretty important statement to make.
Look at her
And you don't
father,
see it
though.
too much. Let me see if I can find this.
Didn't Ron Howard help George edit episode 1 down? Like, he gave him notes and stuff. He watched it, and he's been pretty integral since back then because he's a great director.
Yeah.
He is. I like Ron Howard. I thought the episodes of TV that Bryce has directed were pretty good.
I just feel very protective of it. I feel I grew up with George Lucas. I love him with my heart. Like, he feels like family. I care very deeply about his Star Wars. What's also really fun.
You don't really hear too many people at Lucasfilm saying that I care
Let's
deeply about
go.
his Star Wars, which is pretty amazing. Not to mention she's talented and extremely hot.
She's so pretty.
Dude,
I didn't
she's-
realize that she was Black Widow or whatever her name was in the original Raimi Spider-Man, with the blonde hair. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy. There we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, holy hell. She looked great
She's
with blonde.
fine.
Not that there's anything wrong with her now. She hasn't aged, but didn't put 2 and 2 together.
She's always been.
I like the red
Oh my
hair.
God, she's so good. Oh,
Just-
there we go.
Lucasfilm, another reason to hate him. All right. Can I have a quick duel with you, Theory and Stoops? After MegaCon, I'm thinking about going just to hang out and have some fun. We're going to be jam-packed for MegaCon. We'll see you there, but we have the whole team to take care of. I got the whole team to take care of. So we're going to have lots of stuff to do. So if we can get a minute, that'd be great. Can't wait for MegaCon vlogs. I won't be able to make it in this one. Hope to meet you all sometime. Oh, that'd be great. Maybe next time around. What up, dude? Got my prodigal son 6 AV, and seeing my dad's reaction when it ignited was priceless. He was born in 71. I was born in 97. The force is strong with us. That's amazing, dude. Thank you, man. And if you have a video of that, me and the team would love to see it. Wondering your thoughts. Have you seen the new Marvel Jedi Knights comic series coming in March? Takes place just before episode 1. No, I have not, dude. And I don't know if I would want to see it. Have you guys
I'm
heard about
probably
this?
I'm gonna check that out just because I think it's gonna have Dooku stories, and
Oh, okay.
I'm just a huge Dooku stan.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Who isn't? But I don't know if that's the thing. Is like, are they gonna mess it up?
They still got me on the hook a little bit with characters like Dooku, especially after Tales of the Jedi, where it was just so good.
What's Filoni though?
I guess
Yeah.
it'd be worth a look, right? You just have a look at.
Yeah, I'm
one
gonna
of
Oh,
check
I'm gonna
it
look.
out.
I'm gonna look for sure, but there's a reason
I don't
why
know.
it stopped
The
coming out
art
later.
cover looks so good on it too. It's got like
Really?
all the Jedi. Yeah, you should look it up. It looks pretty stunning.
You get me
Not as
juiced,
stunning,
Stoops.
not as stunning
you-
as Bryce Dallas Howard, but
Whenever you talk passionately about stuff, I'm like, I gotta look at this. I gotta look at Dooku the cover now. Bryce Dallas Howard after this.
yeah, I just think that's so cool.
It does look
looking.
pretty good.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that it's all about them. I thought it was gonna be High Republic bullshit.
No, it's all prequel Jedi.
Huh.
And Dooku looks older, which is, I kind of appreciate because in the old comics, he had the white hair, and then Tales of the Jedi, it's back to black. So I kind of appreciate that there's a little timeline moment where he's a little older looking.
Okay. Well, let's see what this is about.
I saw his original, like the stunt guys. Theory's probably heard about all of this from Nick Gillard himself. For the first time, I saw the behind the scenes Dooku original fight versus Anakin and the callbacks to the, his original fight in Attack of the Clones. Oh my God, if that went to screen. Oh, the speed and ferocity in the moves. My jaw hit the floor. I had to
incredible.
scoop it up.
Yeah.
Whew.
George didn't choose those.
Is that when Anakin, he drops his saber for a second and then
Yeah.
catches it again? Oh,
Yeah.
Supposedly it was the same move Dooku did to chop off his arm, and he did it. He anticipated. I was like, oh, that's sexy.
oh my gosh, it is the same move.
Yeah.
Why was that not used? Do we know why George picked another version? Is there any explanation?
No,
I
it's just
bet
what
Nick
George.
Gillard
What
would
George.
know.
No, it's just what George picks. That's what goes. They don't question
Yeah.
it. Like, it's it's all under George's paycheck anyway. So it's like he chooses a sequence, and that's what they go with, or he cuts out a shit ton of sequences, and then that's what makes the final cut. No one's gonna be like, George, why didn't you do this?
Don't do that, George. He's the maker.
Yeah, he's paying for it. So
It reminds me of the twins.
Sorry, go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead, Dash. No, dude, you've let me go like 5 times. Go.
I'll just do one quick one. The only thing I thought gratuitous about that fight was not only does he cut the hands off, then the head, but first Anakin, I don't know why, but gave him the scar that Anakin's got. He's like, oh, screw you. I'll give you one of these first, just touch you up. And I was like, ooh, he's just carving him like a Christmas turkey.
Yeah.
I love in the Revenge of the Sith novel when like Dooku's talking shit about Anakin's mechanical arm right before that. He's like, "Oh, it's awful. Like a true warrior would have learned to fight with one hand." And then it's like, "Oh no, shit."
Yeah.
It's just the most awful way Dooku could have gone out.
I have the original comic book panel of that piece. Like you could erase it from Doug
That's
Wheatley.
cool.
Yeah, the original, the one they used to make the actual comic.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Good evening, boys. Love the stream. What up, General? Hello there. Think you're Star Wars nerd. I think you'd love Star Wars Unlimited art. Do you prefer Dash Render or Kyle Katarn?
Kyle, I'm sorry. It's my favorite video game, like the Outcast and Academies. He got more screen time. And Jason Court, it's not fair. So if Render got like a bunch of games, who knows? But for now, I'm sorry.
Wow, big super chat from the Star Wars nerd. Thank you so much. Theory, Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. I just bought my 3rd Theory Sabers. I bought the Shadow Hunter already. Have the Annie 3 and the Negotiator 3. I love them both. I can't wait to add the Shadow Hunter to my collection. That's a pretty cool collection you got there. And with that, you get 2. So I hope I see some videos of you dueling some people with it. So thank you so much, man. And congrats on the new edition. That's going to look sick. What's going to be the 4th? Yeah, and thanks for the super chat to us. Got my Theory Saber. Love it. Thanks, Theory. Thank you, man. Glad you like it. I got a stack of 1993 Star Wars cards for you. I'm going to bring them to MegaCon. Bring me a Charizard.
Don't make that trade.
Yeah, no. I'll see you at MegaCon. Did we ever get a face reveal from Stupendous? No, not yet. Said, hey, yeah. Said, hey, what's going on? What's going on, Brady?
Thanks for the super.
Thanks. Oh, I'm enjoying The Sopranos a lot. I think it's very good.
Which season are you on?
2, episode 8.
I'm not a mob guy. Forget about it. But Sopranos is my favorite show of all time. Like, just general syndicated watch. It is just me and my brother just send each other memes nonstop. I love that they put them into like games or Star Wars or any, the crossover.
Yeah.
Forget about it. So good.
Does it ever have like a dip in quality in the show?
Oh,
at any point? It does.
Yeah.
You know how have you ever seen Dexter?
I've seen half the show through those shorts and stupid Bay Harbor Butcher comments where it just flooded for like 3 months.
Do you think that all of The Sopranos is like worth watching though? Like watching it all the way through?
I 100% recommend if you have to watch any show that isn't like geekdom stuff. So 110%, dude. It is so worth a watch. It's almost a dark comedy, and it just draws you in. And I don't know, best performance ever by James Gandolfini. I honestly believe like he almost gave his life for the role because he had to get super fat in his contract, though he did have his own personal problems. I won't go into that out of respect for him, but he was phenomenal. everybody's phenomenal. And you love, I mean, no, that's going to sound horrible. I don't want to say that because you're Italian, Stoops. That means you like it. But
No, for sure that plays a part of it. I'm sure.
I wish I was, so that like I think I'd have more kinship with it because they talk about their Italian heritage, but they're very much white bread versions of it. They go to Italy.
They're
and
wise guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
What are you rating it, Theory?
It's a 10 so far. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I love gangster movies, and yeah, it's great. What's the plan for MegaCon? We're gonna be there all day, and then we're gonna do vlogs at night at the parks. A wounded predator, huh? Better keep those younglings as far away as possible. Some more. A dash of Theory Wave. I think Rossi said that a minute ago. Hey, Theory, it's the guy from Fan Expo Denver who dressed up as Kanan. Oh, what's up, dude? You got any plans on making a version of Ezra's blaster saber? I want one for my cosplay, but I want one specifically from you. We got something coming in the works. We just launched a... I'll show you right now, actually. If you go to the... Where am I? I don't have it open there. Okay, so I got to bring it over here. So we just got some new additions here. You may be interested in. This is the Spectre 3, now available, which is unbelievably beautiful. So in the meantime, you have this one. But yeah, we'll work on that. And there's a lot we're releasing in 2025. TXQ and Theory Sabers. Exclusives. And plus more Roger Christians. Maybe two more? Two more. They take a long time to make, so. Happy New Year's, gents. 3 of my favorite Star Wars channels in one stream. 2025 is already awesome. I hope Lore Master, Star Wars Reading Club can join you 3 a couple times. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Scoundrels Cantina. Who else are some of the OGs that we would want in here? Star Wars HQ, Robbie and Ryan. I don't think I'm remembering any. I got Mike Zero in here. No comment, boys? No?
I'm
just
like,
trying to think back to
there's
the
me
OG.
going, don't say Star Wars Explained. Don't say Star Wars Explained. Don't say Star Wars Explained.
No, he doesn't. He's
It's
not.
a joke. No, it's a joke. I'm like, don't say it, Dash. Don't do it, you idiot.
Yeah, no. Hell no. No way.
What about Eckhart's Ladder? That guy's still pretty bloody prolific. He's got like this shorts kind of channel, X Clips or something. So much content coming out.
Thanks, Price is Right review. Yeah, it'd be cool to get some of the OGs in a stream together.
I would want to get like Jen Sarai 1, Evan Nova, those guys. The like old
masters.
OG ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old masters.
Resurrect them.
They were making Star Wars videos before the Disney acquisition. Like,
It's Star Wars
Antoine
Delight.
Bandel. Damn, that's a
oh
name
yeah,
I've
he was one
heard
too.
a long
yeah.
time.
Bandalay or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Disappeared, that guy.
Did they? I
Please,
feel
you
like
guys
they all
don't
sort of
remember-
go in and out.
You guys remember Qui-Gon Josh?
Vaguely. There was another guy, something Thor. Was it Thor Skywalker? Someone messaged me about him the other day, and I was like, huh.
I've seen people talk about him, yeah. I have still not seen, or have I seen his videos? Is he the guy that looks like Thor? Long hair?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Long
yeah.
blonde hair? With
He made videos. He was jacked too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was his name? Is that Thor Skywalker?
Is that Thor Skywalker? It looks like a Thor Skywalker.
See, that's why it's confusing, because if there's a Thor Skywalker and it's not that guy,
I don't know, bro. Got my Roger Christian saber, just posted my review. Yeah, you guys are getting them now like crazy. We're all getting them. So we're seeing reviews, we're loving it. George said it is for kids. Proceeds to burn the main character alive. Yeah, Star Wars is as violent and goofy as Jurassic Park in the 90s. Yeah. Exactly. Fun and hopefully a topic-worthy question. Did Yoda or Obi-Wan ever console Anakin after he slaughtered the Tusken Raiders after Anakin losing his mother, considering Yoda sensed everything that happened that night? No.
I'm not sure if
Because
Yoda sensed the specifics.
no,
Did
they
he?
they didn't know
Yeah.
what Anakin did. Because if they knew what he did after the Tusken Raiders, it would have been really bad. But he had like he could feel suffering from Anakin, but he didn't know exactly what he was doing.
The only ones that really knew would be like Qui-Gon, who tried to reach out, and then Padme, who he told, and then later Palpatine.
Yeah.
Can I make a confession? And this is probably one of the worst things I'm ever going to say on camera. Like, I'm sweating thinking about saying this. It's so bad. I had an idea for a skit and I started writing it and I gave up halfway between, where I was going to do a video as a joke that Anakin's mother Shmi may or may not have joined the Sand People voluntarily because she was a freak and she wanted to be all hooked up on the stuff. I know. Just be like, Anakin try and find her, and Watto explain it. Anakin, nothing could satisfy her. And I'm like writing it. I'm like, this is so fun. And then I went, why am I can't do this. I've got to give up. Theory's space of disgust makes me question my entire life.
Once again, you've proved if you'll excuse me.
Her last words, I'm going to end it on this, was, I love Sand People penis. Dead. No.
What?
Oh, I'm so exposed.
How can you do this? This is outrageous.
One time I contacted, you remember Otter King, who did the amazing animation for the X, what was it, TIE Fighter it was called? Back in like 2017, it was a 3-minute animation of TIE Fighters in anime style. It took him years. And I said to him, I got this really cool idea. Let's film like Anakin, but like what happens in the Jedi chambers when he fights the younglings in an Anakin, like an anime style. And he was like, you want me to animate for like half a year, me killing children? I'm like, when you put it like that, maybe not, dude.
Thanks, Dash.
Bro just cancels himself.
You're under arrest, Chancellor. The Senate will decide your fate.
Bro,
some things are better left unsaid.
Ah, Mando! They all hate you, Mando.
Oh. Anyways. Yeah, kind of. What was his name? Goldberg. Goldberg. He was one of my favorites. The one with the wings. Wow, it's funny you say this. No wonder I liked him. Yeah, Goldberg. Let me see. Goldberg.
I just see Bill Goldberg spear tackling somebody in my head.
That's who I was thinking of too.
Yeah, bro, here you go. Goldberg. Ah!
Power Rangers is so cool.
It is. It is, man. Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
I listen to the Power Rangers theme all the time.
The guy destroys Canada and gets away with it, leaving a beautiful country polluted by Indian migrants. Why Canadians let that happen? He It's such a sensitive topic because whenever you get me, like, I'm so passionate about my country, but also so pissed off at it at the same time. And I gotta be careful what I say here because of Bill Cock 11, they call it. What does he think he is? A king garbage? Hey fellas, last week Wave said he didn't care for the ships in Star Wars much, but what are all your favorite ships? I'm basic by choosing the T-65. For me, I like the Scimitar. ETA.
That's what I was going to pick.
ETA Actus, ETA-2 Actus class. The Jedi Interceptor. The Jedi Starfighter.
Is the Starfighter an A-wing or no? They're different, yeah.
The Jedi Starfighter?
I think it is an A-wing.
Yeah, the little ones. Let me ask you something. Have you ever dreamed up a name for a Star Wars ship? Because I got mine in the chamber. I was like, if I ever have a video game, I can customize my own ship. I've got the name. It's right there.
No. What's
no?
The Crate Escape.
The Great Escape.
Yeah, like
the
Great
Slave
Escape.
One. The Slave One's a cool ship.
That's good.
I love them. The Moldy Crow for Kyle's, or like Onyx Cinder is in Skeleton Crew. I love the ship names. I don't know. There's something sexy about the personalized names.
Yeah, dude, the ship and that came out at the end there, the end of that episode. It was good. Looked cool.
It looked like the Scimitar, didn't it? A little bit from memory.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I like the Scimitar because it's like a dark side ship. In the comics, they send like Say-Tin to explore Darth Maul's ship, and the ship like promises him a great adventure if he will just take it and turn to the dark side. And it's like, oh, even his ship is evil. I love it.
I think Slave One's probably my favorite of all.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid, because of Boba Fett. Just sounds the coolest. Sounds cool.
When he doesn't say it on the show, he's like, "That's my fire spray," and I'm like, "Go on."
Yeah, like shut the hell up, dude. Disney just you can't say Slave One. That's the name of the ship, dickhead.
Yeah, that's the
name of the goddamn ship. Like what? God, fucking, they're so afraid of their own shadow being canceled because then they won't make profits.
That whole sequence with Obi-Wan and Attack of the Clones is so freaking good. Ugh. I just thought all the sound design on the Slave One is perfect.
I knew you were going to say that. The
bomb.
depth charges, dude.
Yeah, the depth charges to how like this. It took a second for the noise to get to you. I remember feeling that in my chest as a kid in the theater and just being like,
yeah,
whoa,
literally,
that was bad. Obi-Wan's dead. And
like,
it was
I remember the feeling. I was 12 years old, and I just remember feeling the freaking inside your sternum. You can feel the vibration.
And all the noise is cut out before that happened.
Yeah, literally. You can't hear anything in the theater. Nothing. All you hear is this fucking bass. It was insane. It was so cool. Seeing that as a 12-year-old?
Yeah.
Like, seeing that in general is cool, but seeing it at age 12, that's like the fucking age.
Yeah, and Tamira Morrison knocking it out the park is Django. Just having his little sidekick, Boba, like, get him, Dad. Obi-Wan's trying to fly for his life. Go on, mess him up. It's like,
is he dead?
Yeah. Having the best time of his life.
Their fight is so fun.
Why do I have 18 more days for citizenship? What do you mean? To America? There's 18 days left? What are you talking about? Oh, what? Trump goes into office on the 20th, right?
Yeah. I think that's what he's talking about.
Why can't I be a citizen after that?
No, he's saying I think cross the border illegally and then you'll get a free
one.
You know, when I was in California, this is no word of a lie, because I was on a visa that wasn't permanent at the time. I went to the DMV and they were like, we're not giving you a license, bro. Your visa's too short. And I was like, I invoke the right of like EMV. I read online, if you say this thing, they'll give you a visa as if you're an illegal immigrant. And the dude just looked at me and gave me a driver's license. And I was like, couldn't believe it. It worked. Seriously.
In California.
Yeah. I don't know if it was just California based to help illegal immigrants get, be mobile or whatever, but I got one. I've still got it somewhere.
Biden let people cross illegally. So is Biden still the president?
Yeah, until the 20th.
I haven't seen him, dude. I haven't seen like any posts of
No,
him.
he's been doing lots of stuff. I forget what it's called. It's not pardoning, but he's removing the death sentence on a lot of people. There's stuff going on for sure. I'm not completely informed, but
oh, you mean like his last?
Yeah,
2,
like
3
he
weeks?
is making moves in his last few weeks to do things that a lot of people disagree with, but he is doing things.
Didn't he pardon his son?
Yeah, he did.
After he said he wouldn't do it publicly, he's like, nobody's above the law. And like, if you see the list of like what Hunter Biden's done and not got arrested, you're like, oh my God. And he was like, my son, I got to pardon this guy. He's out of control.
Yeah. Well, it's not that. It's like the people that he took off of like the, to be murdered. He said that, we can't kill them anymore. He took these mass murderers, people that shot up temples, people that targeted children, just the worst people that this earth has. And he says, no more death penalty. Can't do it. And I don't want to get too political, but I don't agree with that. And I think that that's really, there's a certain line that you cross. I think that the world's better off if you're not here.
It's a 2-tier system. Like that really just shift. It doesn't matter which way you lean politically. Yeah. When they're just like, we'll let our cronies off, our friends, whoever the hell we like, but you have to abide by the rules, like rules for thee, not for me. Yeah. It's just such a kick in the face.
But and it's not even just like his cronies. These are like mass murderers. And he's just doing it. I don't know. It's just, it's sick. It's not his friends. It's people that aren't. Anyway, man,
if you touch kids or you force yourself on anybody, you got to go. You got to go.
I would agree. That shit is so much more frustrating to me than pardoning his son, because those people are fucking animals. Anyway,
They used to just send him to Australia. Just throw them on the island. It's like, the end of Jet Li, the one where they're all fighting. That's exactly what it's like here.
They just throw them in Australia.
They do. Yeah, it's like we got sent here, but we did it. Like it's our fault.
Damn. Move to Poland or Hungary. Those are clean, cheap, and peaceful nations, unlike France or England. I don't think I'd ever move to France or England. I've been to France several times. Been to Paris. It's not what you think. It's really not. Even Germany, man. And I grew up in Germany for many summers. My grandparents had a store there. They lived there. They're German. And even you go to Germany and it's like totally different now. You can't walk a fucking centimeter without some asshole coming up to you and like trying to scam you for money. And it's like any major city in Europe now. It's
I was amazed by that. I like when I kept going to Sweden, I was in the Slussen district, like the fashion district is where they shoved us for the dice stuff for Battlefront. And I'd have to walk there every day. And there was literally like a line of gypsies. And apparently you can't call them the Romani gypsies, even though they call themselves that. I was like, okay, so they've taken the word away. But anyway, there was a 12-year-old gypsy girl following me, trying to rob me. And I knew what she was doing, but her parents, it was like watching a kid ride without training wheels for the first time. They were like, go on. Like there was a line watching her practice.
Oh yeah. They're planned. They're coordinated. They're coordinated for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, really? It's such a like Europe is gorgeous. We don't have, I guess America and Canada doesn't have any like architecture that's older than 200-300 years because of the age of the country. So to go there and see castles and all this, the beauty, and then for it to be mired just by streets of these, like you said, like I had to watch out for dudes that were, ready to shiv me and stuff.
Yeah.
As you know, like those crazy and screaming, and you're just like, I'm not gonna get stabbed while I'm on, a trip. But yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, no, it's not, dude. It's crazy.
I've never seen anything like that. That sounds awful. Like in New York, like late at night, maybe a little bit unsafe, but nothing like that.
Because you got guns. That's why somebody's gonna get. You got your stand your ground policy. Just bang bang. They got nothing there.
Yeah, German police don't
central.
fuck around though. That's one thing I gotta say. They don't fuck around.
So you're German. I don't know if you want to talk about this. Are you German heritage? I thought you were like Persian or something.
Yeah, mixed.
I have German too.
Same. Yeah. Well, my last name's Dostine, so I mean that's
yeah.
My mom's German French, so there you go.
I got quite a bit of German. It was my first language.
This is new theory law. Have you spoken about this before?
I don't know. Maybe, probably, at some point. I had blonde hair when I was a kid, up until I was like 4, like bleach blonde. I got photos. Blonde hair, blue or whatever, green eyes. Yeah, I looked like a real German kid. Then it turned brown.
You left the country, it just sucked it out.
And then it fell out. Yeah.
It'd be so funny if you went back and just the blonde hair comes back.
That'd be amazing. That'd be great. I tried to get my hair back lots when I was in my 20s, and I went to like naturopaths and doctors, and first of all, genetic. But I mean, like my men in my family like didn't lose their hair till they were like in their 40s. I lost mine when I was like early 20s, and the doctors were like, it's because of the chemo I did at age fucking 6 months or whatever it was, until I was like 5. So it burnt the follicles before they could even form, or it made them weak, or I don't know, some shit. And yeah, fuck. Beautiful blonde hair, man. I had like this beautiful brown chestnut hair with like blonde highlights. I had really nice, beautiful hair. Fucking see you later. Adios.
Sorry to hear that, dude. I actually will have to get a hair transplant because I've got Terry Crews, like the cracks on his head, like a testicle under here. If I go bald, I'm cooked. I need to keep hair on top of my head. Otherwise,
those look cool though. I think those lines look cool, like a pug.
Yeah, I'm a human pug. That's what I want to look like.
I don't know. I think they look cool, man. I used to see all.
Is pug a hairstyle? No, he's talking.
No, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I just think those look dope. Like, you see the powerlifters and like strongmen with that shit because they're so big. Their own like skin.
I think you get it from roids, but I've never taken roids, so I just it's a genetic. My dad's got it. And I said to him, "How come you don't shave your head? You got a good head shape for bald. I would shave it." And he's like, "Oh, really?" And then I saw the lines, and my brother's got. I'm like, "Oh, damn it! I can't be a testicle with teeth. I can't do it, bro."
I think it looks dope. I don't know. It's like
I might not have a choice.
I don't know, man. I now looking at it, like obviously I'd still love if I had hair, but it's kind of life is easier without hair. I don't know. It is. It's just it's literally temperature wise cooler. You get out of like a shower or anything, you just one wipe of the head, it's dry.
Hey, I didn't want to be insensitive, dude. I'm seeing comments saying that my comment to your chemo, I'm a child. I didn't mean to offend. I didn't think that I said anything. I don't know. One of the comments said that I'm a child due to my comment about your chemo. I'm like, that's not. I'm never gonna make light of chemo. I don't know. I'm seeing it in the Anthony Elder.
Sometimes I think people in the chat
I didn't even notice
interpret things you're saying. It happens to me all the time. People say like, oh, Stupendous said this. I'm sure Theory sees it all the time too. I think it's just a part of it.
Sometimes I don't. There's a lot of shit I don't see, and if I see something and I want to address it, then okay, cool. But I don't know, man. Don't worry about it. It's I didn't even notice anything.
All right. It's just things that aren't, lines you don't cross naturally. So I was like, really?
Fuck you.
No.
Wait for the bit.
Wasn't trying to bring the vibes down with politics. My bad. Montana's beautiful glacier national. No, you didn't bring the vibes down, man. I just You know, for years and years, I've been silent about politics, and so many people have wondered why. And so many people have like labeled me this and that. And it's like, look, the reason I don't talk about politics is, first of all, you guys don't really come for that. But
Yeah.
when it does come time for me, like bending my answers and being very political about things, it's because of Bill C-11, because of how Trudeau has ran this country, because I don't want my fucking house taken away. I don't want, I don't know. I don't know what the guy is, he does weird shit. I don't know. I don't fucking know what he could do. And I'd rather just like continue coasting smoothly until the people vote him out of office. That's it. And Bill C-11 is a very real thing. There aren't that many big YouTubers in Canada, and I'm one of them. And so I like to keep everything I'm doing going, and I just don't want anything, you know. It's strange living here, man. You guys complain a lot about America and all that stuff, but you know, it's Canada is it's not what you think. We're all like happy, la, la, la. Like, no, dude, this dude is some fucked up laws here. You can't say anything about certain groups of people, otherwise you get put in jail as a hate crime. Like, you can't even have an opinion. You can't say anything against Canada that they would deem as, well, just go look at Bill C-11. It's very, very yeah, I don't know. It's like
Sounds
1984 over here.
strangulating.
It is. It's you just gotta be calculating and be very like careful what you say. And fuck, I'm so tired of it, man. Cannot wait until the election this year. So, if you're Canadian, go out and vote. Vote for who you want, but fuck, please just.
The crazy thing is that America is actually the exception. Australia, we had our guns taken away after the Port Arthur massacre in the 90s. We don't have free speech laws. Like, America is the exception. I've seen people get cooked, you know, during the pandemic for having a even now posting things, and they get thrown in jail. So I know Americans, because it's so in your face and it's the central hub of media in the world, it seems like you guys, your problems are front and center. But like us, like in Canada and stuff, I wish we had free speech laws. We don't. They don't exist. The government says you're bad, you're cooked.
Yeah, we don't have we don't have those. What do you guys? It's the amendment.
Second Amendment.
No, it's the First Amendment. I think.
The law of
free
amendment.
speech.
What is it? Declaration of that's independence. It's what is your guys'
I'm very grateful to be an American. I appreciate the free speech, and I know that it does feel really heated over here sometimes. And I personally speaking don't know what it's like in Canada or Australia, but you know, I do know that free speech is under attack in certain places, and that's why we're fighting, and that's why we vote for who we vote for. Yeah, you're talking about the Constitution theory.
Yeah, Constitution, right? Yeah, man,
I'm
it's
super grateful to be an American.
I feel like Canada's news and stuff is so the news is the media is bought out anyways. Everything here is just overshadowed by American politics, and that's just kind of all. It's always been that way, and that's just the way it's going to be because America is bigger, and it just me kind of thing. You know, no one gives a fuck about Canada in the sense. But Jesus Christ, if you look into the shit that's been going on here, if this was happening in America, it would be all over the world news. I'll tell you that much.
No, it wouldn't. It wasn't. Sorry, the chat's correcting me. It's not the Constitution. It's the Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights.
Yeah, there's a million documents, dude. Jeez.
So the First Amendment is free speech.
I think so. Yeah.
Second Amendment, what? The right to bear arms.
Right to bear arms. Yeah.
That's fucking amazing. The third is
my whole family's military. That's where I come from. My dad's dad was in the Army. You know, my grandpa, Air Force, my other grandpa, Marine Corps. We fought in all the wars, every single one, Vietnam, World War II, World War I, been there for all of them. So, you know, I have lots of family that have died for my rights. And I'm fully aware of that. And when, you know, people in my country don't, you know, respect or honor those rights that these great men died for. So many men died for this, and
Yeah.
it's just unfortunate. But I'm very fortunate. So I love them all very much.
Well, you know, the American people got what they wanted, and I'm hoping that the Canadian people will get what they want too, and we'll get change for the better. Because fuck, as a Canadian for 34 years, let me tell you, it's never been this bad ever. You have a goddamn dictator for a leader, and if I'm not giving him all my money in taxes, he's just creating new laws every single day, and then now I got to give my guns. I mean, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I pay his
Exactly.
fucking fees for his private jet bullshit and all the other crap that he wants to do that I didn't goddamn vote for.
You have a right to protect yourself also.
Well, now he
MC
wants to
Army
take my
02.
guns. Like what? I like to go to
Yeah.
the range. I like to lawfully shoot my guns at the gun range that I am a member of.
Mhm.
And now I can't take my favorite guns. Some of my guns I've put so much money into to spec them out legally at a gun store in Canada. Like, are you going to take them away? Okay.
I think
fuck.
MC Army wrote a really good comment. They wrote, "The First Amendment is the mouth of America. The Second Amendment is the teeth."
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we got no teeth and we got no mouth here. That's how I feel. So I hope when it comes time for Canadians to vote that we vote, and 10 years, almost 10 years of this.
It's
And
crazy.
from a guy who promised so much to Canadians and fucking failed on everything. Failed and became a dictator. And said if you don't like it, tough, and charged more on taxes. Just destroyed the country in so many different ways. And you know, I feel I'm pissed. As a Canadian, I'm pissed.
I will say one thing about Trudeau that I'm amazed by is the fact that he seems to be like he's timed biracial.
What does that mean?
Well, he only turns black on Halloween.
Oh yeah. You guys seen the blackface Trudeau? I think he has like. I'm really pushing it here, man. I'm really pushing.
Don't say it.
Be
I said
careful,
it.
buddy. Be careful.
No, you know what? I honestly, bro, like I will just make a fucking video out of it.
Yeah.
If they decide to what free speech, I can't say anything. No, I've shut my mouth long enough.
Yeah.
And,
you have the best judgment for you.
I'm tired, bro. I am so tired of shutting my mouth.
I don't want you to lose anything, though. That's what I'm saying. I just,
Well,
I don't want you to put your channel in jeopardy for anything like that.
It would be the worst fucking thing they do, because it would just, if you strike me down, it's just gonna make me so much more powerful. And but you know, I'm pretty careful with what I say, and I don't really give them a reason to do anything or say anything or anything like that. But you know, you're dealing with someone who's a dictator and a tyrant. He could wake up one day and be like, "I don't like you," and just have one of his cronies do something. So, but it would be a thing. It would be a huge thing. It would go into articles. It would just be bad press. And the last thing he wants now is bad press with this election this year. So he better start to shape up. And the Jagmeet Singh guy, fucking both of them, get out of office. Dickheads. Fuck the whole country. Anyways, I bet a lot of you guys watching probably thought I just never would say much about politics, but you never asked me about my own politics. I don't got much to say about American politics, but Canadian politics, it's a different story. It's very angry. Did you see that the new Anakin quarter scale statue from Sideshow? Oh, the one with real hair. Looks good. Yeah, looks good. You guys are amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. We're a startup Brazilian game indie company, and one day we will love to create a game about your story of the Chosen One theory. My game of the Chosen One? You mean the short story I made? Oh, that's cool.
It's wild.
Well, reach out to me when you do. Happy New Year, everyone. I've just got my Annie 3 prequel and Hermit 4 original, and they are on the way. It's my 4th saber, and absolutely can't wait for them to come. Much love from Oz. Oz, right on.
Hey, my
We've got
boy.
a fellow Australian right here. Yeah, right.
Come on, give it to me, Stoops. I know you want to hit me with it.
Get me
Punish me.
Dunkaroos.
I love those things.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I sound like, what is it? Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. That's a national treasure. I love Dunkaroos.
Oh yeah,
they're a great snack. No, come on, Theory. I mean, Wave. Do an Aussie accent. It feels good.
I can bring out my Aussie a little more. Yeah, right. Sure thing. My name's Bruce, and I'm
good.
teaching a little bit of surfing down under here, and we're going to be playing a little bit of Sabak. It's a game from Star Wars, and it's a good time.
Good. Aussie, like Americans. Well, Americans.
now I'm definitely not going.
It's really hard to nail the Australian accent for some reason for people. It's got a weird. Really good.
I dated an Australian.
That's when you were
From
16
Melbourne.
over the phone. Yeah, that's
well,
where I'm
the
from.
fuck, not over the. We hung out. We hung out. We met. We met once, and then it was over. And then it was over the phone. And then when I was 21 or something, she came and visited me, and so.
And did you say you're Bruce from Melbourne? And she was like, "Woo."
I don't know, probably. No, she liked the Canadian accent.
Oh yeah. Why would she date someone from Canada and be like, put on an Australian accent?
Yeah, literally.
So sexy.
Yeah, literally. No, she liked the Canadian accent. I was like, "What do you mean a Canadian accent?" And she's like, "Yeah, you got a Canadian accent." And I'm like,
Yeah, yours is pretty flat though. You don't have that regional boot and stuff like that. It sounds close to American if you want.
That's out east.
Yeah. Same as us. The more south, as you know, Melbourne, I have like a flatter accent. And then as you go more north, it's, oh my God, Steve Irwin, mate. Like it really twangs up because our north is your south.
North.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where all our, what you call hillbilly Southerners, though. No disrespect. I actually loved living in the South in America.
He doesn't say A enough. If you notice, I do the German thing. I say yeah a lot at the end of questions.
Yeah. And when you get around Europeans or something, you start like, parroting them. Yeah, you can't help yourself.
I mean, it's a good thing I grew up with is the yeah and the no. It's like it's if you ever have a German mother, well, they do the no a lot at the end of sentences. Yeah, you know what you're doing, no? It's like, yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, okay.
Do you know in Australian, our vernacular or syntax, or whatever, if we don't want to do something, we say, and this is so stupid and just counterintuitive, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
So instead of, you're like, do you want to do that? Yeah, nah, I don't feel like it. It's like, why say the yeah? It's,
I know.
Just cut it.
I know. It's hilarious. What's your minute for? I was watching the special editions in '97 in theaters. I'm old. What's your minute for? What does that mean?
I don't know.
My minute?
Don't know.
No City of Saber on Theory Sabers. Treasonous. You just wait. My lord. Thank you very much for recommending bounty helmets to me the other day. I've ordered, a 501st helmet from him. His work is, so that, if you guys were here the other day, when I showed the screen of his, he messaged me, he's like, dude, I woke up with like so many new followers and like a shit ton of work. This is amazing. Thank you. And I was like, oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's super cool.
Yeah. He woke up with like, he's like booked now, man. It's crazy. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. I guess you guys really liked his work. I'm glad that he's getting the recognition he deserves. HNY boys, looking forward to all you guys. What you do is 2025. Definitely. What spin-off movie would y'all rather have? Quinlan Voss, Ayla, or a Galactic Marines film?
Oh, Galactic Marines.
Probably.
I like Quinlan. We haven't seen Galactic Marines. I like what is it, psychometry, whatever it's called, to that power.
Uh-huh.
A detective, I think, film of Quinlan would be cool, but that's just me.
That would be cool. I also just think a story about the troops during the Clone Wars, though, would be cool. No, like limited Jedi involvement. What is it like for a clone in the Clone War? I think that like a gritty Star Wars war film, but like strictly war, not the Rogue One where they have war scenes, but like the entire thing takes place there. I think that would be awesome.
Like a Clone Wars?
Yeah, like a Clone Wars.
But more adult. I'd get you, like Saving Private Ryan in stuff. I don't know why they don't just do that. You can literally take the best movies and just shove them in Star Wars and they feel new. Like, what? Anyway, I'm going to stop. It gets me.
I mean, they literally sold Rogue One on those concepts. You know, they had all that concept art of big scale wars in Star Wars that we were finally going to get to see with the giant walkers and the ships, and it's only a part of it.
No Sidious and Yoda sabers on Theory Sabers because TXQ hasn't made them yet. That's partially true, but we also have a lot of exclusives, and we're actually working on that one to make our own version made out of brass. So it's incorrect. We have a lot of stuff that we do that, I'm not getting into it. Whatever. Anyways. Good day, fellow Aussie. Probably already been asked but any of you boys going to Japan for Celebration, please say yes. Looking forward to Vader too. Are you guys?
I don't even know which year it is.
It's this one.
Then no. There's no. Yeah. No. I would love to. I've never been to Japan and I really want to, this is the most. I literally read an article yesterday, and by the way, g'day, Richie, that said, stop coming to Japan, Australians. So literally the government said, please stop. So they probably don't want me, but also like, I'd love to go there. I'd love to spend a bit of time. I think I would like to go to another celebration after Orlando. I think, but not this one. I think it's time, What about you guys? Have you guys just given up, like no celebration or?
No, Celebration was super fun when I went. Everyone's happy. Everyone's having a great time. It's like the true embodiment of, what it is to be a Star Wars fan. A little bit different under Disney, I feel, but it's still Star Wars. There's still a lot of Star Wars fans, OG fans there, and it's a mixed group. But I don't know if I'll be able to make Japan this year. I have tickets. I don't have plane tickets or hotel tickets, but I have tickets. And it really depends on what conventions we're going to be hitting for Theory Sabers, and it depends on the Vader fan film. So there's a lot of ifs, but yeah, I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be great.
Yeah, I've never been to a celebration, even the one here. I just didn't go. No firm reason as to why, but I don't have any plans to go to the Japan one, but probably the next one in the States I may try to hit up. Sounds really fun.
With all this dash talk and Shadows of the Empire in 64, did you know the button code that turned the Outrider into a TIE fighter? The space station battle at the end of the game was phenomenal.
Did not know that.
Haven't finished that game since the 90s. Maybe you should have released the video. You still think the idea is funny.
Oh, no. I'm never talking about that again, dude. I put myself on the line here, for your entertainment, for your amusement, to just cook me, roast me. That may be a clip that I'm going to regret for the rest of my days.
Nah.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. I think the real question we all want to know is ass or booba? Sabers. Sub to all three of you. Love the vids. Been meaning to ask, have you guys read Lucasfilm's Alien Chronicles? Some of the races have shown up in Legends in the Unknown Regions. No.
I haven't, but it sounds interesting.
No, I haven't. Are y'all doing Palps, Yoda, or Talon sabers? We're doing some replicas. Indeed. Smash the mother truck and the like button, says Rossi. Thanks, Rossi. You're always doing a great job here. Zuhair says there's a fresh new rumor that Rory McCann, the Hound from Game of Thrones, may replace Ray Stevenson as Balin. Oh shit, that actually might work.
Rafe Stevenson's performance is like one of the best performances in Star Wars we've seen in a long time in Ahsoka. He's my favorite part of that whole show.
Oh, I wanted to see a movie. I'd watch a series. He was
fascinating.
Yeah, I've never been so transfixed since I don't even know when. That dude was just a standout great, rest in peace. And he was such a hippie kind of lovely dude behind the scenes that I don't know. It's a shame.
When he showed up and Ahsoka is like, "Oh, are you glad I'm not dead?" or whatever she says, and he was like, "Oh, I would not want you dead at all. Like, I wouldn't wish you dead." Like, that hit home. I was like, "Dang, this guy's so interesting." He clearly uses the dark side. He clearly has some allegiance to some greater force out there that has been ill-defined. We had intrigue back in Star Wars with Balin.
I think that's a character trait that really grabs people, is something that goes so against the grain of what you'd expect of a character, like the opposite, like a Sith that's like, no, you're the last of your kind. Like the Jedi are bad, where you're like,
yeah,
it doesn't quite click, but you know that there's something deeper there. Yeah, those things just really scratch an itch for me. I love the character development.
And the orange lightsaber, like, what does that mean? Is that just reflective of his unique stance? Did he find a crystal somewhere? So many questions.
Good Apprentice too. That actress with those crazy eyes, she would have made a great Darth Xana. She was, very intense. They really hit the mark with those two.
Can we go back to space politics? Yeah. You sound like a new coming American. Yeah, ain't nothing new about the way I'm thinking. I just haven't vocalized it. The politics of Western civilization is a total mess right now. I'm not encouraging anything, but let's be honest. If this BS was happening 100 years ago, there would have been a revolution by now. I'm glad Thursday Night Football is over so I can finally catch these streams live instead of on the replay. Dash, it's nice to meet you. What's up, boys? What's up, J. Kane?
Back at you, J. Kane.
Patience, Rossi. Hey, Theory, in your opinion, which are the best Boba Fett comics or books? Thanks for doing what you do. Thank you, Doug B. Thank you for that huge super chat, man. We appreciate that.
Thanks, man.
Best Boba Fett comics? The Dark Horse ones, the old ones. I can't name any off the top of my head because I can't remember the names.
This isn't a comic, but in reading the Fate of the Jedi series, Jaina goes to Boba Fett to learn how to fight like a Mandalorian so that she can kill Kaidos, her brother. And I just thought that was such a great way to use Boba as a character. And to have this Jedi learn to fight like a Mandalorian to beat the Sith was just so badass.
And how he makes fun of her fighting style. He's like, he just walks up and gut punches her and he's like, oh, you're trying to dance with your saber. This is a brawl. And she's like,
about survival.
Just kicks the shit out of it. I was like, that was really cool. And he was like 60s when that.
Yeah, he's old. He's old.
Amazing.
Such a great use of Boba as a character.
So I was much more interested in Jango Fett and the comics that were released about him. And there's one, the Dark Horse comic called Open Seasons. And this goes over Jango's youth and basically his, like, from before he was a bounty hunter and how he was on his farm and his dad got killed, and eventually he goes under the wing of Jaster Muriel, and that becomes his, like, teacher. And he just dominates from there. And it's a really interesting comic. It's a really good comic. It's really fun. I've done a lot of videos on it. I would recommend going with, the first Boba Fett, which is Jango, and
it's
checking
got
out
Dooku
Open
in
Seasons.
it.
Yeah.
Was that the one where he met him on the moon and he killed 6 Jedi with like his bare hands or some shit?
Yeah. Yeah, and Dooku was just watching.
Wild.
And he was like,
He's like,
how is this possible?
That's the guy.
Even
That's the
lets
guy.
him
That's the
go.
template.
He's so impressed. He like doesn't kill him.
Yeah. So I would check that out. Then there's bounty hunters and stuff like that. I mean, there's lots of comics and books with Boba, but Django always drew me in more.
You think
His
Django was better than
multiculturalism-
Boba? Like a
Yeah,
better
I think-
bounty hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Django was better than Boba for sure. I think if Django and Boba fought, Django would kick his ass.
I think Django is more fit in the physical realm and Boba's more gadgetry. That's just my take of the two. Like
Mhm.
Django was a brawler. You didn't want to get him close.
No, you get fucked up.
Has Boba done anything akin to like killing 6 Jedi with his bare hands? Because that's another part of it, is that Django kills those Jedi without a weapon in the comic, which is insane.
No, nothing like that. That I know of. Chad, is there anything? Multiculturalism, a good thing. I want countries to keep their uniqueness. That's diversity. If I travel to England, I want an authentic experience. Every country in the West going to look the same soon. I think multiculturalism is a good thing as long as the foreigners entering that country are respectful of the culture that's already established there and the majority of the culture that's there. I'm not a big fan of, a sect of people coming into a country and thinking that now everyone's got to bow down to them and their culture and this and that. It's like, no, you're a guest here, right? So you and my entire family, they're all immigrants, right? But we're respectful, and we always have been respectful of where we come. So yeah, I think one Earth is the way, but we just need to be much more respectful of the cultures that we're entering and assimilating into. Well, of course, keeping our own if you want, but you have to be respectful, and there really isn't any respect today with culture.
Shared
with anybody.
values. Yeah.
There's no none. Nope. TikTok era, my friend. It's the TikTok era. It's a bullshit era. Although Dash's skit idea traumatized me, it still would be better written than The Acolyte. Oh my gosh. It's true. It would be. Truly, I'm excited about Vader 2. I know it'll be better than anything Disney has put out. I only watched the prequel trilogy and the originals now. Well, thanks, Clark. I don't know if it'll be better than anything Disney's put out, judging as it's a like 1/300th of the cost of The Acolyte. But, I don't think that money is indicative of a project being good. So as long as you guys like it, then I'm happy. I'm looking forward to the Poe 2 gameplay lore series. That game's so awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. People
What?
are loving Path of Exile.
Oh, shit. Nice name, dude. Jeez. I'm going to call it a Smuffin. Could we link Darth Crate in your vid from a few weeks ago as to possibly why Palps allowed the formation of the Inquisitors? Darth Crate in your
so
vid a few
confused.
weeks ago?
I know Darth Crate in the Legacy era. That's after Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm confused. Like,
Yeah, he
why
only
that
came.
would-
He like showed himself once Palps died.
Yeah. Wasn't it like his dad, Sharad Het, got whooped by Obi-Wan, and then he kind of went into, he didn't really rise to power for years afterwards.
Well, he got beat by Obi-Wan.
Oh, it's
then
him.
He became,
Him,
yeah,
yeah.
he did. And then he became a bounty hunter. And then he went to Korriban and he found the holocron of Zozan, which is one of the original 12 Dark Jedi. And he decided he was going to turn to the dark side to kill the Sith. And when he came out, there had been like 20 years that had passed, and Vader and Sidious were dead. So he was like going to go off into the unknown.
With a super sexy Talon.
Talon, baby.
Yeah.
God, she's so hot. If each one of you could write your own story for Lucasfilm, what would it be? What would you pitch? Young Palps. Young Palps. I wouldn't pitch shit. I would just be like, look, here's this book. Turn it into a show. Don't deviate.
Yeah, unfortunately, like you see Zack Snyder when he took the 1-for-1 of The Watchmen and turned it into a brilliant film, which he should have done with The Dark Knight Returns for his Batman film, in my humble, like, just, it's all on the paper. And Warner Brothers made the comic into my favorite Batman movie. I'd say if I could just sit them down and say, look, please just make Red Harvest, just what's on the page, make it. It would be the greatest thing ever. That's, I'm in the same boat.
You like that creepy shit, huh?
I like that creep. Oh, clearly. Come on.
I would love to see Darth Bane, probably more than anything. After sitting down and putting some real thought into it, I think a Bane show would absolutely just be the best thing ever.
Yeah. If they
what
do
was
it
that
right.
last comment? I missed it.
No.
Did I do that?
Oh, jeez. That's effed, man. That's effed. Well, boys, that's the end of the super chats. Is there anything else we want to cover in this very slow time of Star Wars? We've managed to make it a 2.5-hour podcast over nothing. Really. Bitching about Canada and
politics was the majority of our Star Wars podcast.
American politics and
politics,
Star Wars mixed in there. Yeah, I don't know. So it's what you get. Interesting first stream to 2025, but hopefully we'll have something. I hope you guys don't mind. Obviously when there's some crazy Star Wars stuff to discuss, we're there for it. But
that will be the point if there's any big news and, a show that I'm sure we'll all talk about Andor when that comes out and just break down every episode, share more.
Oh, did it?
Thoughts.
Let me see. Thank you, Cardinal. Thank you, the Wise. I mean, Palpatine's mine. Sidious. Trying to find it.
I'm trying to think. Who's my favorite Sith Lord? Why haven't I thought of this? Usually I kind of think about it a lot.
If Disney sells Lucasfilm, do you think it would be indicative of a true change back to OG Star Wars? No. It depends, who they sell it to and what their vision is. So it's really all that it's about. And I think Jon Favreau has a good grip on things, except for I don't even know what to say anymore, because it's like they've done some good stuff and then some stuff they've just made weird decisions that I didn't understand, like Mando 3 and Boba Fett. And then, how could Dave allow the Acolyte to even happen? I don't know. Was it even his responsibility? I don't know. I don't have the answers. I wish I did. So it depends who they sell it to and what their idea of Star Wars is, and I think everyone has to get that notion out of their heads and realize this is George Lucas's story. Stop trying to lick the goddamn fruit and put it back on the stand, with your stamp on it. Like, this is George's. You got to continue his story in the best way you know how and the best way you think he would do it, and that's it. Tropical birds there, man. What was that?
Was that me? Oh shit!
Yeah,
I got the door open because it's so warm. Sorry about that.
Dude, those are some tropical.
Those are real birds. That's not like just a sound effect.
That's real birds.
That's
I went out at like 12 last night and I heard something because anyway I put my torch down the driveway and there's two sets of eyes looking at me and I was like, all right, Australia, let's go. And it was just two cats because the cats there's so many birds around here. And I'll shut the door next time. Sorry about that.
No. What do you mean, dude? No. Don't get the notion this is some sort of a professional podcast, man. This is the embodiment of three nerds just getting together and shooting the shit without a script and seeing where the conversation goes and interacting with the chat in real time. So it's, by all means, let the birds chirp.
I appreciate it, Theory. Having said that, guys, just so you know, he's going to chew me out after this for 45 minutes. I turn the stream off. You ever do that again, you Australian piece of garbage? I'm coming down there.
What the fuck? Yeah, right. As an Anglo whose family has been in Quebec for over 100 years, I have a different view. My rights are actively being taken away in regards to respecting the culture that already exists. How do you have a different view? Your rights are being taken away, same as mine on the West. I think we both want change. I think we both need this guy out of office. Let's hope for a better Canada. Can't believe we're about 20 years since episode 3. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Wave, you might overtake Theory as my number one. Bane over Plagueis.
It's hard. I think the thing about
frail.
those characters is how fleshed out they are. So I could say I like Exar Kun and stuff, but like, or Marco Ragnos, but like when you think about, I actually like a Junta Paul's light side redemption in KOTOR, but unless they get their own novels, it's really hard to go, this is my favorite guy. You know what I mean?
Well, you get into their minds.
Yeah.
You don't get into the minds of Exar Kun. You just see feats. You just see him duel. But with Bane and Plagueis, you get into their like philosophy and how they view power. And the thing I love about Bane is that he's not like a scientist. He's like a poor miner's kid who just had the most absolutely terrible start in life and just was born angry, and how he used that to become something really, really terrible and really, really powerful. And I just love that.
The rage that like you can 100% get behind when he's like mining cortosis for like 14 hours till he's Jack and he's like all muscled up, and then the old guy had waited for him to get tired to brawl him because he knew that he could that's the only way he could beat the shit out of him. Amazing.
He got so angry he gave his dad a heart attack. He exploded his dad's heart while he was sleeping because he was so angry at him.
This Chad. He's, what did they call him? The Sithari?
Yeah, the chosen one.
For the Sith. He 100%. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tip to Bane. It was going to go close Plagueis, but no, Bane's probably better.
No, Plagueis is interesting too, because Plagueis is like aristocratic and he's got the political side that Bane.
He made midichlorians cool and understandable.
He did.
Who would win in a fight?
Oh, Bane would destroy Darth Plagueis.
Yeah, 100%. He's just raw force energy like Anakin. He's just think about the thought bomb he did to like Jedi and Sith alike. Like the power.
Took a while though.
Yeah.
You can't. No.
He needed to charge it up like a spirit bomb.
Bro literally had to charge it up. By then, Plagueis got 4 hearts.
When Bane is spinning his lightsaber in the air when it's raining and not a single water droplet touches him.
Didn't he nearly get jacked up though by the Blade Master Twi'lek, and only the temple coming down saved him? So he's not the great. But are we talking Bane with
no? Kasim cheated.
With all of those, what were the armor that he had? Because armor, he's unstoppable with that shit on him.
Correct.
Plagueis nearly got killed by assassins from memory, didn't he? He got wounded forever and had the respirator.
Yeah, but Plagueis was surprised when that happened. Which was
I'm surprised it happened too. Sorry,
I think the thing with Plagueis is like he's injured really early on in that engagement, and he's like trying to hold like his mouth together. And
I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised that you and the chat, all you guys, think that just no respect for Plagueis. You don't think you guys realize how smart Plagueis was? He's the Batman with the Force.
Oh, so we're talking prep time here. How's he gonna get through those obelisks? He's not gonna chew his way through. He's got his mouth all covered. Like,
yeah, what's the battlefield like? Because I just think Bane, like
he zaps him with lightning. It's gonna make him bite Bane, and he's gonna get pissed off.
All right. Bane and Xana versus Plagueis and Palpatine.
Plagueis and Palpatine.
Yeah. Palp's good.
But in the Plagueis novel, Palpatine gets way more powerful after Plagueis is dead, and I think we have to take that into account.
Yeah,
that he's
like
not
Highlander.
Right. And just like I would say arguing about Bane losing to Kasim, that's also a much younger Bane than him at his peak. But with all that said, Palpatine's too cunning. He's, too meticulous. Bane and Plagueis are too close, and Palpatine's so much better than Zana.
How good was it when Bane lost the Force? And was it a Zabrak that kicked the shit out of him? Wouldn't even mercy kill him because he disrespected him so much? Oh, so much fun.
I do think Plagueis, people sleep on how powerful Plagueis is, but I mean, I don't know.
All right. We already know your answer. You can't play both sides here.
Yeah, I can.
I think Plagueis would win.
But why?
It's Plagueis. The only way Palpatine could have beaten him was if he got him drunk to blackout levels and caught him by surprise.
That sounds kind of just like rapey. That doesn't sound like he's beating him through skill.
Yeah, why don't you make a story about that one too?
I've got smoked. That was brutal. I'm so happy it didn't happen at the start of the Star Boys stream.
Yeah. Anyways, look at the dream team. Hello again. Hope you're doing well, Josh. I heard you say creepy. Have you seen Revenge of the Sith as a horror movie by Al Fox? It's dope. I have not.
No, I'm gonna Google that.
Interesting. Jay Kane says your Darth Crate vid theory posted 2 months ago titled, "Oh look, the real Acolyte, season 2. Leslie Headland, please watch. Thought he was Old Republic." I don't understand your question. Theory Bane would kill Plagueis. Old Sith are more powerful in general. No, that's just a generalized statement. It's not like the Sith or Jedi of a certain era are more powerful just simply because of when they popped out of their, popped out of the hole. It's really depends on the practitioner, really. So, but yeah, hey, so let's do a poll. Let's see what people think.
Part of the reason why I think Plagueis is so interesting, though, is because he's powerful beyond combat. Like he's more of the string puller.
Yeah, he's manipulative. Everything goes. He could manipulate Bane in the fight if he sees he's losing.
Thing I love about Plagueis the most is that people for years shit on midichlorians, but I really enjoyed the explanation. I actually appreciate them. I like them. I know I'm a small, part of the fandom, but it was due to the Plagueis novel explaining what they were and how they were manipulated and stuff like that. I was like, I love the science of Star Wars, though, when they actually give every force power a grounding so that you can go, oh, this is how XYZ works. And it just makes everything more understandable than mysticism.
I agree. That's why I like the rule of 2 Sith. They gained power in ways that weren't obvious. They became politicians, scientists, businessmen. They gained power in ways that were not conventional, because in our world, the strongest guy on the block isn't the one that rules. It's the most connected one that rules.
What do you think of of Bane saying the assertion? Remember, it was the Brotherhood of Darkness when he said the dark side doesn't work. Well, the Force as a whole becomes diluted the more Force users tapping into it. So we need to kill them all so that it only goes to 2 people. Is that how you saw that? They were literally sucking in the stream themselves, and that's why the rule of 2 was so potent?
I think that's definitely an aspect of it. The thing that I like about Star Wars, though, is that it doesn't offer one sound explanation for how the Force functions. It's just all based on theory for the most part. So Bane, his theory was that it would make him more powerful, but also he had all that knowledge to himself and he had been well trained before. So I think that he was probably right, but it's all up for, interpretation.
This is the best comment of the night. I can't vote for a MF who got killed in his nappy time.
It was a phenomenal end, though. Phenomenal. Like, that's how he should have died, drunk in his own power and thinking that when he finally succeeded after decades of machinations just to get, like, absolutely
dude,
scorched.
he hadn't
Wrecked.
slept. He hadn't slept in years. After the assassination attempt, he couldn't sleep. So he finally won. He finally relaxed. He had a drink and he died. Don't drink, kids.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Do you think if he wasn't asleep, Palpatine would still be able to get the jump on him and beat him? And this is going to lead into the next thing. So if your answer is no, then do you think Palpatine could beat Bane?
What Palpatine?
Yeah, on a long enough timeline, Palpatine seems to just get stronger and stronger. You know, like there would be a point when a head-on engagement, he would kick the shit out of Plagueis, I think.
Like Phantom Menace Palpatine.
Is Plague in the novel, the way that I read it is that like the dark side sings Palpatine's praises and he's like sort of set aside as the new leader of the Sith, and that like 10x's his power. So my question is Plagueis alive or is he dead when Bane is fighting him? Is he 10x'd yet or is he apprentice?
Because that happens during.
He's apprentice. He's not.
He's
10X
apprentice. Yet. Oh, then Bane would beat him.
Mm.
But only apprentice Palpatine. The second that Plagueis is dead and the dark side sings him in as the Dark Lord, he beats Bane.
So begs the question, then who is the dark side? If the dark side is granting power to those who are worthy of it, then who is this one that's granting this power? Is it the sun?
It's the Force. It's the will. It's what Kreia hates about the Force, that it tries to just balance and check. It's apathetic to anything. It just wants either, if the light goes too far, it wants the balance and it will do anything, kill anybody. That's the way I see the Force is this, you know, it gives power, but it just wants balance. And I don't know, but maybe I've been Kreia'd too much.
The philosophy that the dark side isn't evil, it's just the thing that levels it so that things can regrow and rebuild.
I mean, it's evil and the light side's good, but too much of the Jedi Order, too much good equals too much order, and it becomes a dictatorship and they take over and it stagnates. If it's too evil, it's too chaotic. So you need balance, just like nature. And that's the will of the Force. I don't know
if I'd even call the dark side evil, though. Like, I would say that the way that the Sith use the dark side is evil.
Didn't you say
the
that
dark
you didn't believe
side
that?
Inherently,
with Kyle, remember with the zapping people with Force lightning, you said Kyle thinks that he can use the dark side, and I'm not having to go at you. I'm
no, go for it. This is amazing.
Because I was like,
please.
I thought that you become deluded if you believe you can wield it 100% without some type of, you know, you can't just be like, I'm zapping you with lightning for your best interest. You know what I mean?
This is how I think of it. So I think that using the dark side beyond its natural state is irresponsible and wrong, but not impossible for everybody. I think it's only been done once perfectly, and it was by the Sith purebloods. And they sort of worshipped the dark side. They funneled more power into it. They didn't use it to destroy for destruction's sake. They didn't use it for their own ambition or their own greed. These were principles that were introduced to them by the Dark Jedi. So I think that the Sith purebloods from long ago wielded the dark side without evil, because the dark side is a necessary aspect of the cosmic balance of the universe.
I love the philosophy aspect.
I'm just gonna say there's a reason Palpatine made sure that Plagueis was drunk when he tried to.
In the novel, he's not even intending to murder him, though, until the dark side says, "Hey, you need to kill this man."
As a real
But it is
liberal,
true.
it pains me what these fake liberals Disney have done to weaponize woke concepts which can be good but not in cinema. They have bastardized my childhood. Love you boys for standing up for what's right. Thanks. Thanks, Kishan.
Thank you. And thank you for the super chat.
Much love, Theory. Hope my second saber arrives in time for my daughter's B-Day. It was returned to shipper. I know you guys will fix it in time. I don't know the specifics of what happened, but I'm sure the boys are working with you on it. And if it was returned to shipper, then that probably means that perhaps you didn't pay. This is a thought. You didn't pay the import fees, if there are any in your country. Some countries don't. Some countries do. But that's usually the only time it gets returned, or if it is not picked up or not signed for. But I'm sure the guys are working on it with you. All right, boys. What are you guys going to do for the rest of the night?
I'll probably go for a walk and then just head to bed, honestly.
That's nice. What time do you sleep?
I try to go to bed like around 1 a.m., but
Don't tell him. He'll attack. Sorry.
But sometimes if something catches my eye, I have a bad habit of staying up past that.
I've been really bad lately. It's not bad. 7 a.m. 8 a.m. I've been going to bed.
Oof.
Yep. It's pretty rough. Actually.
How long have you been doing that for? I find over time I like get depressed if I do all-nighters and stuff
like
like
a
for
month?
too long.
Over a month now? No, because there's so much work to be done. So, like the times where I should be asleep, my web team, and they're all over Europe, they're awake. And then China, obviously, where the manufacturers are, they're a completely different time zone. So I find any time after midnight is when, working hours. All right. Let's get things done.
I feel the same way. I feel it's a lot easier to get a lot of work done when the world outside is quieter, at least for me.
Agree. When my son goes to sleep, probably like 8 p.m. till midnight is like just go time. Nothing is involved, Oh, I know when to send you boys memes. Be like 9 p.m. here.
I'm like Euro time, man. Pretty much. I'm awake. Oh, it's just so still and calm. But then, I go to bed and the sun is kind of coming up, and I hate that.
Yeah, because at least I feel disappointed. It's like, okay, again, dude. Even if I got work done all night long, I'll be like, close your eyes, fix it.
Yeah, been missing the arcade streams. I know, man. Me too. I've been really busy, but I've been working hard on my Dragon Ball Theory channel. You guys can check that out. The videos have been popping off. They've been doing well, enjoying it. Haven't made a video for 2 months, and then came back with 4, and seems like you guys are really enjoying it. So,
I spoke to Danny the other day.
Oh yeah, how's he doing?
Great. He said he messaged you or something. He saw the stream. I was like, please don't let Danny come on, because let him come on. But I roomed with him. I roomed with him during Star Wars Celebration in Orlando. He took me around and stuff.
Oh, cool, man.
There's some stories. I was just like, oh no, he's gonna smoke me.
He's a good guy.
Oh, he's amazing. A lot of fun.
Yeah. I didn't get any message.
Huh. Must have been ages ago. He just said, I don't want to bother him. I don't want to bother him, because I said, oh, are you coming on? I don't know what's going on. And he said, I don't want to bother him too much. I messaged him before, but and I'm like, oh, well, I'm sure it'll come through.
Wait, finish that. I messaged him before, but what? Was he saying that I don't reply? I reply to everybody.
No, I don't want to speak for him. I'm not throwing him under the bus. Man, I don't like doing that, because then it'll be he said, she said, and then I'll be like, oh, back foot. I don't know exactly what he said, but I knew that he'd watched the stream, and I think he was like down for chatting. I was like, that's awesome. Oh, people had been sending him it, because we spoke about Dragon Ball briefly.
Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, he's welcome to come on anytime, man. Anytime he wants. Just hit me up. Well, what do you guys want to talk about anything else, or shall we call it an eve?
I don't really.
I'm pretty
have
good.
anything.
Wave's like, I don't give a shit.
That's exactly what I said.
All right. Well, we had a fun time with you guys. Almost 3-hour stream. Chilled. Totally off the cuff. Fuck, is it cuff or cusp? I don't know. Anyways, you know what I mean?
Right?
I don't know. We love you guys. Welcome to 2025. And we'll be back next week. Josh, will you be back next week as of right now, you think?
Yeah, dude. The only reason I went off is because I was in NZ for 10 days.
Fine.
But no, my schedule's free. I love these things. It's good to chat theory with the boys.
Okay, cool. All right. Maybe next week we'll have some more Star Wars stuff to talk about. If not, then we should start getting some people on the stream, like we keep saying, and do those debates, like the change my mind kind of thing. Maybe one of them could be, change my mind, Shmi. Want to get captured.
The body blows
Oh.
I'm going to take. Just like Smeed it. No.
Just,
Oh.
just going to say, bro. All right. We love you. Just like George Costanza,
Good night,
you got to leave on an up. All right. We love you guys. We'll see you later. Hope you have a great rest of your evening.
Good night, guys.
And you're sounding like a separatist.